because as you all know, he now resides in North America. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you this evening the World Heavyweight Champion, sensational Dynamite Kid. His opponent this evening, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, Manchester's Mean Machine,
So this is going to be a humdinger, this one. Whichever way it goes, it's going to be a hard bout, that I can guarantee you. The Dynamite Kid, just back as the MC said, on a flying visit with his back to us there. 14 stone 2 now, the Dynamite Kid. There he is on the right. At 10 stone 6 when he first started a few years ago.
Seconds away, round one.
His opponent, the Mean Machine himself from Manchester, Mark Rocco. 6 rounds, 5 minutes per round, 2 falls to the side. And a catchweight bout, of course, because the Dynamite Kid is...
What this network needs, this network gets. I promise you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Broadcasting live from Shaolin, Staten Island, New York City.
Freak Show Central.
Where's that?
New York City.
It's the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast with Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass, Choppy. On Rant EM Radio, proud member of the Shining Wizards Network and Dark Satellite Media.
All right, bitches. Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's back in the pool. Back in Studio J. The boys is back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 366, I think it is.
I thought it was 365.
368, I thought.
67. I
thought it was 69.
Listen.
We are way off.
Listen. We're back.
In Studio J.
We're back in Studio J. It's still COVID, but we're fucking still doing it. Live on the Rant EM Radio, Rant Entertainment Media, part of the Shining Wizards Network, part of Dark Satellite Media. We are on YouTube right now, live. We're on Rant EM Radio.
We're famous.
And Facebook.
We're famous.
Hello, everybody. I'm Phil.
I'm Choppy.
And I'm Jay.
We are the elite of podcasting.
Choppy's a pain in the ass.
Okay. So you're not going to get all the sounds tonight. Let's talk about what happened to me before we get into anything.
Mm-hmm.
So last week I went to upload the show. And my laptop, on my MacBook of 8 years, died. The hard drive crashed. And I thought I had it backed up. I didn't back it up. It apparently wasn't starting up. And I followed directions. I went into like this disk utility thing, and I fucking did all the other gimmicks and, you know, everything else. And it just didn't work. So I brought it to a fucking repairman the next day, and he charged me $140 to fucking scan my hard drive, and he recovered 106 gig of something. We don't know what it is, but I have to bring him an external hard drive for him to back everything up in. And I have to replace my hard drive now because it's dead. Even though he extracted it, I can't use it. It's unusable. So I have to buy that when probably next week when money's a little better. And then I have to get a battery for it because, like I said, it's like these fucking computer people. I was telling Choppy this today. They're like mechanics. You walk in, and I was like, I need this. Oh, well, while you're here, Phil, Mr. Phil, fucking Sephardic Jew. While you're here, Mr. Phil, you need new battery. You need new
your air filters.
Yeah. Like you ever bring your car for an oil change? Or Mr. Cop, you have you need spark plugs.
Yeah. Your carburetor's all fucked up.
Your brakes are all fucked up. You need windshield wipers. Like they'll just add shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just ridiculous. So I was like, man, I said I just can't fucking. I was beside myself. Rob talked me off a cliff. Fallon was holding my hand before I jumped off the cliff. Rob was like, yo, we got this. Here's what you got to do. Da, 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 da. And even way beyond his expertise, now we're swapping messages like for last week. And, it basically, this dude wanted to charge me legit. He wanted to charge me to install the fucking new operating system, the hard drive, and the battery. After I was like, you know what, dude? This can take not less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally. And they even send you the fucking gimmick with like the battery company on Amazon. They even send you the tools to open the back. It's literally a pop-up, unscrew, snap in on 3 pieces. I'm like, I can listen, if Choppy and I can put a table together from IKEA, I can definitely, and I'm not handy. And when I put the table together, I just fucking, I was beside myself. All right. Philly Dennett checking in from Scotland, my brother.
Scotland.
My man, Philly D, Felonious Punk. I missed sleeve notes, Phil. I'm sorry. We opened up the show with a tribute to Mark Rollerball Rocco. Very, very famous British and Japanese wrestler.
Say famous.
He was Black Tiger. And Melanie is asking, why does Jay have to hold his mic?
Because it's just more comfortable for me.
If he's not holding his mic, he'll be holding his jock for all we know.
Mike Miller is asking if we can do a fuck you to Jay.
That sounds about right.
Oof. Really?
Well.
Oh my.
Motsbox says, Jay, is that a PBR?
You know it.
It is. Double A says Jay likes holding things.
That's right.
Look at these pain in the asses.
The left hand is definitely the drinking hand.
Oh yeah.
we got.
I'm ambidextrous when it comes to drinking.
Shaylin's in the room.
You're so super.
Shaylin, Mark from Detroit. Uptown Georgie was in there for a hot second. I think.
I tell you, it's so bright in here now because I'm so used to my dark, dreary kitchen. Like this is actually bright.
Yeah. So my computer.
You were doing a broadcast from Parts Unknown, correct?
Parts Unknown.
Yeah, right outside Dudleyville.
With his fucking bodega bag behind him. It was awesome. And then Choppy has my son's his gamer headset on.
Yeah.
Melanie said Choppy always so witty.
Of course.
And
shitty too.
I was having a really hard time this week. I'm like, I was done. I mean, since I started the podcast, no matter what kind of equipment I buy, it always fails me. Oh, it's not your fault. You do that. I do everything right. You guys know. I get the best wires. I get the best fucking gimmicks.
And it's not even that though. Forget the equipment. He does so much backing up. I remember when he got GarageBand to back up our whenever we record something, he would still have the GarageBand just to record it, just in case if our regular program doesn't work. And even that, we still get fucked in the ass.
So we have a Mac. We have a Mac computer now. This old Mac computer that I'm using instead of the MacBook. I recovered my very first episode of podcasting.
I seen you post that the other day, and I was like, "Ooh,
that must be a doozy."
That's gotta be interesting.
It's cringeworthy.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna post it.
Is it Bob Saget cringe worthy?
No, Bob Saget's a freak. No, I'm not that bad. He's an awful man. Funny but awful at the same time. They want to know if you're vaping, Chop. You are vaping, correct?
I am vaping.
He's vaping.
I picked up a bad habit from these last couple of months.
The pandemic.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
So I'll have that fixed hopefully by the weekend.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we would, unsure of, as of Monday, Tuesday, we were unsure of like having anything.
Yeah, we would have had something. I don't know how good it would have been, but
yeah.
I mean, I came in today in about 2.5 hours. It took me I straightened up a little bit, and then I put this all together again. It took like 2 hours to put together. By the time I was done, I had to change my shirt.
And then after that, he was starving, so we hit up the Taco Bell today.
We drove to Taco Bell in New Jersey.
No, there you go.
Yeah, so it was worth it.
Delightful.
Yeah, it was delightful.
It'll be delightful later when I
was gonna text you like if you want to eat, but I don't think you eat. I think you just drink beer.
I just drink beer. So I ate a little bit before I got here. That was it. No, it's a steady diet of coffee
and barley.
And beer. Yeah. Coffee and barley.
Yeah, Georgie, I played the tribute to Rollerball in the beginning. Yeah, so Rocco was badass, man. I was watching this stuff against Dynamite Kid before.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, Black Tiger, like I said, that's
Black
how
Tiger
I
was
know.
the man, dude.
I don't know anything that he's done in Europe and all that, but
World of Sport was like their version of WWF back in the 80s, Maybe it was way before that, but our generation is the World of Sport was like our WWF.
If you want to check it out on YouTube, you can. Most of the stuff from World Sport, it's on there if you want.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. I met Dave Fit Finley's on there on a few matches.
Regal, he fought Regal when Regal was 18 years old.
Dude, I remember when that match, I believe Finley had a nice mullet in that one.
Sweet mullet.
I think everybody had a mullet back then.
Did you had a mullet too?
No, I never had a mullet.
Lies.
I'm growing a mullet right now.
We know.
Starting to look like pre-95 Shawn Michaels with that thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm drinking.
I feel
My name is Jay.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not gay.
No, but
you're a jerk. That's what I think of you.
So we had some sounds saved already. Mm-hmm. So we don't have many. You have a couple. That's it, really. But of course we have. Where's Richie?
Anybody seen Richie?
By the way, Richie sent me a picture of his next acquisition of title belts.
Oh Jesus! I called my cousin on Saturday. I was like, because this takeover club thing, when we can start doing live events again, I want to mark out. I want to get like fucking banners and flags. I want a championship belt. I'm gonna get leather cuts. I'm gonna mark out. So I said to Richie, my cousin gets all these belts made. I was like, would it be cool if we had a takeover club belt?
Hey, listen,
right? So apparently this could be done, but it's a deal. Like, this is a lot involved. I'm a belt guy, but this is my cousin's like deep into it, man.
No, your cousin has everything you get.
Yeah,
Jay, he has the TNA World Heavyweight title.
Get out.
ECW World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
White strap WWE winged.
Well, see, now that I would like the winged eagle.
Right.
I would get that. A TNA belt, though, that's extreme
right,
belt.
Exactly.
He has any belt you can. I think he got the FTW belt, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Well, I tell you, so I'm talking to him on Saturday, and I'm like, Rich, he's like, yeah, let me go. I'm shopping with the wife. I'll hit you up back. He starts sending me these pictures, and I was like, holy shit. Like, you can legit have anything you want now put on the title belt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
How do you win the takeover belt? You got to fight me, motherfucker. Mod Spock, got to fight me, dog.
Mod
in
Spock,
a cage.
You can't see. Phil is like the Hollywood Hogan of Takeover Club. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to go through all of us.
Rob says we're gonna do promo face-offs to determine who's champ. First of all, I cut one drinking. If I drink and cut a promo, ain't nobody beating me. No one's beat me if I drink and cut a promo.
Not if I get involved.
If I drink and cut a promo, ain't nobody beating
me. Throw some sushi in him. That's it.
There's my cousin Richie.
Anybody seen Richie?
Listen, just talking about you, cuz.
Forget the alcohol. You got to give me some fat and some grease. I'm ready to go.
Fat and grease, he says. Fat and grease.
Forget the alcohol.
But yeah, so my cousin sends me. He's like, yo, he's got a guy that designs shit.
Oh shit!
I'm all ready.
Let's just say that he's invested a lot of money and time.
So he's giving me some. I gave him my ideas. He shot me back, and we're like exchanging messages. I'm like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and I have an idea. So I want to brand it out. It's gonna be, because I'm gonna. Wait till you see my Taz belt. Yeah, he sent me some. He's got a belt being made right now. It's delicious.
Look at this.
It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Oh, is that how
he put Biggie Small music to it?
Yes, he did.
Of
Hold
course
on.
he did.
Oh, here we go. Here's the belts. He has an ACW title. He has the ECW World Heavyweight title.
Wow.
He has the hardcore title that Tommy Dreamer had before they retired it.
Huh.
He has any. Oh, he made his own personalized hardcore championship title. It's insane.
That's insane.
So definitely a takeover belt could be in the works.
Oh no, it's in the works.
Yeah.
Like it's just about finances right now. How big do I want the plates?
Yeah.
Look at
The design, like
TNA World
this
title.
is, you know.
And you got to go to the size. Like, do you do TV title size? Do you do world belt size?
Yeah,
Look
yes.
what he sent me.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant World Heavyweight title.
Giant Judah WWE. I'm sorry.
Look at that. He has. Look, he even has the tag team titles that from the WWE.
And he has somebody that makes them, or he makes them.
No, he goes to somebody.
He's got a guy.
Wow.
He spent a lot of money. His collection is really extensive. It's
wow.
He has a display case.
Yeah,
Richie is all in. Look,
Yeah.
look at
Everybody see Richie.
He wants to turn it into a business.
Yeah.
FTW.
That'd be crazy how to even do the plates in and of itself.
Yeah, he wants to do it as a business.
He's got a guy.
He's got a guy.
He's got a guy.
And if you know, my cousin is a Ridgewood kid, so he'll put his mind to it.
Here we go about the Ridgewood shit.
Shut
again.
the fuck up.
Fuck
filthy
you,
gypsy cocksucker.
You fucking delinquent.
Eat a dick.
You fucking cancer to society. Get the fuck
I'm
out
a
of here.
cancer to society.
Man, it's good to be back in the same room. It's so good to be back in the same room.
God, what a dick. These Ridgewood people, they don't have no fucking class.
Yeah. From the armpit of America, New Jersey over here.
You want to know something? We may be the armpit of America, but you guys keep flocking over here to get fucking food from
Cheap
us.
gas and food, yeah.
Yeah, eat a bag of dicks.
What was the
Dick.
sliders we went to that day?
Hackensack.
Yeah,
bro.
you want to know why?
Because they're cheap.
No, because
And they're delicious.
I knew it delicious.
Yeah, they have Jersey cesspool juice in them.
Yeah, but yeah,
fucking delicious.
But yet we're the armpit, right? If we're the
That's true.
armpit, then you're a fucking dump of the United States. Fuck you.
Okay, terrific.
So yeah, so my cousin wants to make it a business. I told him, go ahead, man, handle it. Good for him.
Not for nothing, but titles have gone up. Like people are buying titles left. And
Well, how
right.
many matches have we gone to as a crew? And Jay's now starting to go with us. How many? Oh, there's grown man with belt again.
There's another grown man with a belt.
Like that's we have a new game now. Remember when you were a kid, you had the license plate game.
Yeah.
When you go to a match, it's like, oh, let's you know. But I wouldn't bring my belt to a match unless we had the takeover club thing for pictures outside, carry it in the arena.
The only two belts I would actually have is the Intercontinental title, the old one.
Yeah.
That was worn by Macho Man.
Yeah.
And then the United States title that was held by Rick Rude. But I would not carry them with me.
That the Lex Luger U.S. title you're talking about.
Yes.
And Magnum TA.
Yes.
You know, I would want you don't want the television title. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's your bread and butter.
Well, I'm going to say in defense of the belt guys that go to the events.
Oh, here we go.
Where else would you bring them?
Here we go, Deontay Baker.
Where else would you bring them?
Here we go, Deontay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jay, you display him, dog. You don't bring him to the fucking matches. You're a grown ass man.
I understand.
What are you
that.
defending the parking lot?
Well, listen, you might have to. Like, it's not a promo.
Fucking powerbomb you on the car.
Listen,
I'll take your fucking drink, your girl, and your belt.
The only belt I would bring to an event is probably the 24/7 title, and that's it.
See, like, why I couldn't bring a belt is because I'd leave it right at the bar. As soon as I get there, I'd put it down and be gone.
Yeah, we made cardboard belts as kids, Rich. I had a U.S. cardboard title.
I made a belt out of my dad's. He had a back brace. So he had a back brace, so I rode on it with Sharpie.
Speaking of which, didn't I give Mikey the Intercontinental title?
You did.
The toy one. I gave him and then I also had the European one. I think I gave him that one too.
He definitely
loved it.
He definitely is European champion. He's been European champion for about 7 years now.
Tony Z from the Wizards got the good European belt.
My God.
Oh my God, Tony
Z.
Tony Z's another one to talk
The
about.
WCW tag team belt he had. Oh my God,
Yeah,
dude, those
yeah.
are delightful.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Our boy Ray's got the Smoking Skull title. The Stone Cold Steve
I
Austin.
was not a fan of that belt.
I like it up front.
I liked, you know what I liked? I liked the wing eagle belt that they had, and then the version after that one where Austin held.
Yeah, the day after that, where they
It was like a bluish.
yeah,
tint
it
to it.
was almost like it was a globe on it.
I liked that one a lot too.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
To me, it's either the winged eagle belt. I was always a fan of the U.S. title belt from WCW.
Yeah, me too. Oh yeah,
I was always a fan of that belt. I think like the red, the colors of the flag always kind of like you could see it on TV, type thing.
I liked. Call me crazy, but a lot of people give me shit for this. I like the old United States title from WWE.
Uh-oh.
I really did.
Tony C's listening in.
Is he really?
He just sent me a text message. Hold on. Let me open it up.
Oh boy.
He wrote, Hollywood, you are not, Phil.
Oh, look, Phil. Richie just sent me the pictures. He said he just finished the FTW belt.
Oh, it's finished.
Look at that. Look at that beauty.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's sexy.
So Richie's going to help us design the takeover.
I'm pretty sure Taz is going to have a problem with that, though. Brother.
Fuck Taz. I'll challenge you, brother. I'm calling you out.
Oh, here we go.
No. Richie's going to help me design the Takeover Club belt. And we'll have it hopefully by year's end.
Yeah, I like that. I love to see it being made too. That's we're gonna. That's even more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be so you're gonna be the takeover champion?
No.
Who is gonna be the takeover champion?
I'm the champion. I don't need a title, bro.
I hope this doesn't become like a participation trophy type.
Oh
man, we're all gonna get a fucking run with the belt, so we all don't feel bad.
Yeah, all right, Vince Russo, relax.
This is what's gonna happen. Hey Phil, you'll have it this week, and then Sunday. You switch it off to me, and then I'll pass it over to Jay, and then I'll pass it over to Elaine, and then Rob. Get the fuck out of here.
Tony C from The Rant on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday at 9. Cheap plug. Tony C's checking in on the YouTube gimmick.
Oh, hey now.
And they call me Hollywood Ray now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hollywood Ray.
Fuck all that noise. So how's everybody been, man?
Very good.
Jay, how you been, man?
Very, very good. Busy as always, but in a good kind of way. Can't complain about that. So, I've been working nights a few nights this week, so that's why I have a steady diet of coffee and beer
and booze. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't listen. I can't.
Yeah, there's nothing new with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, but everything's good. Chops.
Yeah. Good.
Nice.
Can't complain. It's been hot as fuck though.
It's been the Northeast. We had a bit of a heat wave. I think it finally broke 90 degrees today.
Yeah.
We went up to 80 something.
We had a stretch where it was like 10 or 11 days. It was like 9 out of 11 days was like over 90.
Oh, it was insane. And then that thunderstorm really cooled it down last night.
Yeah.
So thank God.
Yeah. I just outside of the title, I was and then doing that, and then after that the computer broke, and I was like, oh man. So I was in between anger and happiness, and baseball started again, basketball's back, hockey's back.
How about that with the Miami Marlins? Holy shit!
They're gonna cancel the season, by the way. It's gonna
baseball.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to because the Marlins had to shut the whole team down. So I don't know, man. But we'll have hockey back. Basketball started last night.
Yep. From the what is it? What did they call it? The Globe.
The Globe. Yeah.
Inside the Globe or inside the bowl.
How are we gonna do basketball if like
basketball has they rented out a spot in Orlando? It's just for them. It's a complex. They're gonna play all the games.
I hear I was listening to an old Rogan podcast, well maybe from like a month ago, and what UFC is doing, which I'm assuming
they bought an island.
Well, no, not even so much that. I'm talking about the testing. They test you as soon as you get off the plane. I think you quarantine for a few days. I'm assuming they're doing the same thing with all sports clubs.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah.
They're being ultimately tested.
Oh, it's the same thing the WWE is doing right now.
Yeah, well, now they are. But,
Jesus Christ.
Like I said, like something like that, especially with the sports field and going for the future, like you have no choice because ultimately I understand the safety is kind of up to you per se, but like if at that point you got so many people that not that they're losing money, the leagues, because I'm sure they can take a year or two off, but there's so many people that are just affected by it, like I said, where it just literally from the top down, to the top guy that runs the team to the person that's handing out hot dogs.
I was talking to a friend yesterday, and I was like, you have to understand something. Like everything I do extracurricular involves a crowd. Even like my strat shit, like we do face-to-face games, ball games, concerts, wrestling matches, all of this stuff. And my mom's like, well, how you feeling? I can't do anything but like the excitement of my week is going to fucking Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So to have this back is pretty cool. New Japan's got crowds now. We'll go over that in a minute.
Which makes the show look much better now.
Kirikin Hall was sold out this morning, and they barely hold 500 people. So we'll get into that in a few minutes. But it's the dog days of summer are coming.
Well, it's funny.
Man.
Like we were talking about it before, like how we're kind of done with like Raw and SmackDown. I think it really is like it really has to do with like the crowds. Like I'm kind of like it's that feeling of like okay, at least it's still doing it now. We're like 3-4 months in, where it's just like God, I miss these fucking crowds. Like it kind of does make or break it.
Yeah, how many stories now, and how many times are we going to keep repeating ourselves? That storyline needed a crowd. That superstar needs a crowd. That needs a crowd because the crowds invest in the characters. The crowds invest in the matches. The crowds invest in the event. Choppy's asshole's on fire. The
Corona.
Cerveza más fina. It's just, I don't know, man. You complain about this all day. It's
yeah.
You beat a dead horse, you get fucking glue eventually. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy enough though is that you're right. We do need crowds from a lot of these matches. But boy, did we need a crowd for the pay-per-view that we're doing today. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Thank God for
they
that.
needed a crowd.
That crowd was lit for that one.
All right, so before we even go there, that's the next half of the program. Oof. Where do we go first in terms of, we said we shout out Rollerball, he passed away. Kat LaRue, famous women's wrestler, she passed away.
Yeah, that's right.
Sally the Farmer's daughter, she also passed away. A couple of wrestlers passed away this week.
Wow.
The trifecta. She had cancer, sadly. But yeah, where you want to go? AEW? You want to go WWE? You want to go New Japan?
I don't care. You guys pick.
Let's do AEW.
Let's do it.
All right. So AEW is fun.
Yeah, Excalibur. I know you guys are. He was not on.
Thank God.
No, I actually. You know what? I don't mind Excalibur. I honestly really don't.
Really?
I swear to God. All joking aside, I really don't mind him. I think that Excalibur is underrated, but also the reason he was off the show was because of something that happened like years ago.
Yeah, and that he apologized for too.
But it was a storyline, man.
Yeah,
come on.
And the only thing I don't agree with about it is that he owned up to it years later and he apologized. He said, "Listen, I was just trying something. Like, he's being a stupid heel and all this stuff. Like, I'm not defending what he said. I'm not trying to say that he's wrongful, but." This whole thing of like combing back and
yeah, I mean, like I don't know who's doing this though. Like who's going back to all these old shows and be like, hey, look,
it's somebody's just watching and going, oh, watch, I can make this happen. It's a God complex
because they have a platform. We already spoke about this.
Yeah, keyboard warriors.
Yeah, they have a platform.
It's a God. Like watch this. I'm going to play God now, and then they hit the button. They post a video and they go, I'm offended by this.
This has nothing to me. This has nothing to do with me not liking Excalibur as a performer or anything like that. I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
because he made a mistake or whatever. Because
he didn't make a mistake. I don't think he made a mistake.
No, I think he knew what he was doing, and the fact that he owned up to it a number of years later, kind of just saying, "Hey, listen, I did it."
It wasn't Kevin Owens involved in the storyline.
Yeah, and he apologized for it as well.
Yeah, but guys. Seriously, it was a storyline. Do we think Excalibur is racist? Absolutely not.
No.
Come on, guys. Cut the horse shit. This was a storyline that was done in PWG like what, 7 or 8 years ago?
No, longer.
Even longer than that?
15 or something.
Wow, really that long,
16
huh?
years ago.
Christ on
Listen,
a cracker.
Once
Jesus.
again, not defending it. And if somebody was
We're
offended,
not, but it's just a storyline.
It's, and if somebody's offended by it, I'm sorry, but like, geez, like it's. I'm not saying that there's a statute of limitations, but.
Oh, you want to talk about fucked up? How about why don't we do if we're going to point fingers, why don't we point fingers at Randy Orton? Remember when Randy Orton was fighting Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental title? He goes up to Shelton, he's like, I'm not going to give a title shot to somebody like you. And and I was like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Stop. Just stop.
But I ultimately, I think AEW, Tony Khan, whoever, like your back's against the wall. You have to not have. And then they didn't.
Well, they better not let him go. They better use him as like a backstage producer or something, because that's bullshit.
They didn't mention him. They didn't mention anything. So
well, Taz was back on regularly.
Yeah.
So
I actually like Taz as a commentator.
I love Taz.
Taz.
I think Taz and Michael Cole were a great combo on SmackDown.
I think Taz and JR
Taz and JR are great together as well. I mean, they've known each other for a while now, so why not?
Yeah, but
so AEW, real quick, couple of news and notes. The Mad King is now part of the All Elite.
Huge. And that's what we were saying.
Choppy will tell you, I've been an Eddie Kingston guy for a gazillion years.
This guy does a promo better than anybody else.
I said it last week, and I was like, this guy was working for a job, like, and that's exactly. He's like, you motherfuckers didn't sign me. Guess what? This is what you're missing out on, and it paid in dividends.
And again, this is no knock on the NWA, but I kept saying, when the fuck is this guy going to get a break with a major company? And look what happened. He did a promo First off, he had the match. He did a promo, had the match, and then he did an aftermath promo where he was, and he looked like he was about to cry.
Yeah,
and boom, people were like, "Oh, this guy's real. This guy's good." Like,
is that not like the perfect arc of a character right there?
The knock on anybody who's good, if you're gonna make a nitpick, if that's the word I want to use, is that Eddie Kingston isn't your typical prototypical.
He's not a body guy,
right? He's not a body guy. A, B, he's a Northeasterner, so that's points against him too, because we tend to have a
abrasive.
We're very abrasive. There's no other way around it. But when he showed up on the scene with Homicide and NWA,
oh, forget it.
I popped.
Yeah.
I was so happy. And then had that promo. We played that promo.
Yeah,
he cut. And I was like, yo, man, that's just some street shit. And I'm all about that, man. I'm all about that.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Who was another Northeastern guy who wasn't a body guy? Was it Mick Foley?
Oh, Mick Foley. Yeah.
Mick Foley's from Long Island.
Yeah.
He's not a body guy, and he was a great performer. He was a great promo guy.
I was going to say Sandman.
Sandman's from Philly.
Fuck. We don't count Philly. They're from the South. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's not Northeast. That's you guys
Southeast.
You guys in the South can get them.
Keep going 90 down.
All joking aside, no,
Sorry to our Philly fans.
I think Eddie Kingston is so fucking underrated. I remember.
I was very happy to see that. Was it today? I think I've seen it. Was it today? I think. Yeah.
They officially put it on Twitter today.
He was Chikara champion. He was
Impact. I think
he was
TNA.
Impact. He was with CCW as well. He did a lot of. He's put his body through a lot of grief.
Yeah, and hey, listen,
he deserves it, man.
And like I said, we said it last week. Like they told the story about him selling boots to make a more. Listen, if there's a kernel of truth to that, like maybe they just go, listen, this guy's literally, he has something left in the tank, and they need heels. They need fucking heels.
But you know the thing about Eddie Kingston, he's a great heel, but then he's so real that people
so likable.
But people are gonna like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's another group another two guys that remind me of a lot of Eddie Kingston is fucking the Briscoe brothers.
Yeah.
Those guys are a contract signing waiting to happen if they would just let go
of Ring of Honor.
They've done everything possible in Ring of Honor. Why can't we just try your luck with? I mean, think about this for a second. They've been Ring of Honor tag team champions 11 or 12 times. That's a lot. Yeah. They've been IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They've been the Noah Tag Team Champions, and like, guys, go to the AEW, go to the NWA, go to WWE. Could you imagine the matchup between them and the Usos? Yeah. Oh my God, they would not destroy each other. I would love to see that, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right. So the show. How about Warhorse? One of the hottest indie guys right now.
What?
Fighting Cody.
I'm in the minority. I wasn't impressed.
I liked it. I mean, for not knowing much about him, I really enjoyed the match.
I wasn't impressed. I think he looks like it's like what you said. He's an indie guy.
I'm gonna jump on Choppy's bandwagon for a minute. I've seen him fight better matches. That's the problem. He didn't have a really good match against Cody. No, I've seen him fight better matches on the internet. Yeah. So maybe if Choppy saw him fight somewhere else, he's not a bad wrestler at all.
It's not that he's a bad. It's his look. His look, like he looks like a guy.
Listen, anybody who has a King Diamond patch is good with me. I'm sorry. I popped for those metal patches. I know Jay did.
Oh yeah.
I like, my thing was, and also congratulations to Warhorse. He's part of the Retro Mania video game that's coming out.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good. Anyways, and I saw the match. The match was fine. I just wasn't that impressed. And maybe because he's trying to hold back a little bit. Just, you know how they did with Orange Cassidy, where they held back a little bit when he first started. That's what I think.
Maybe there's something. Yeah. Listen, for me, not knowing much about him, I enjoyed the match.
I was disappointed, like Choppy was, because I've seen him fight better.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously, we all know Cody was going to win. And
obviously.
And then the Dark Order comes out at the end, and
then fucking Matt Cardona ooh woo woo woo.
Yeah.
You know it.
Oh, Matt Cardona was Zach, bro. He was huge. He looked
like Long Island IZ.
He was jacked.
He was Zach for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely Zach.
Definitely Zach.
Hikaru Shida against Diamante for the title.
Another person I forgot that debuted was fucking WWE's former. What was her name? She was one of the Funkadactyls.
Oh, that's right. Ariane. Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah, she's gonna be teaming up with Nyla.
And she was with Vicky Guerrero.
Excuse me.
As soon as I seen her come on stage, Right there. Yep.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. We got our first head knock of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
She's awful in the ring, man. Why do you think they let her go? And Naomi, they kept Naomi. Naomi's a fucking fantastic athlete.
What if she's been working? What if she's been in the dojo for 4 years?
What if I don't give a fuck?
Hey, listen, what if she comes out? What if she comes out? Oh, next thing you know,
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, terrific.
She's awful.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I was kind of under enthused anyway when Vicky came out. Like, not that I don't mind her on the show, but like,
I like Vicky.
You're saying a manager. Granted, she managed Edge and
Dolph Ziggler
And Ziggles, yeah.
I mean, she managed some really good champions.
Listen, Vicky was fun. I liked Vicky Guerrero's character.
She's a great heel.
I was invested. I liked her.
I did too, but I don't know. I just for AEW,
it's a little lackluster. You think?
Little lackluster.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I think she should be managing somebody like big, like somebody.
William Morgan says she's terrible. Uptown Williams, our resident women's wrestling expert.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
if you didn't know, Jay. Vicky Guerrero can get it. Uptown George, he says.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see her recently. She's dropped a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Shaylin says Choppy Downey Jr. blowing smoke and going off.
Absolutely. Shaylin's on my shit list right now.
Why?
Because she besmirched the good name of Fabian Eichner.
You know what she said? She's, I'm going to need a bottle of wine for tonight's throwback. And I kept thinking, have you seen the size of Shaylin? If she drinks a whole bottle of wine,
she is the size of a bottle.
She is the size of a bottle. She may go into a coma.
We might have to take you to the emergency room for alcohol poisoning. Lord
of mercy. Let's say, okay, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Boy versus the Inner Circle.
Inner Circle.
You're not impressed?
I'm not impressed with the Inner Circle. I don't like that group at all.
I know you said that. Yeah,
I'm not. I like Luchasaurus. I like Luke Perry's kid, Jungle Boy.
Yep.
I even like what's his name? The smaller dude. I always forget his name.
Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt.
I like him too. He's the perfect like Spike Dudley.
Yeah,
that's a fair
he gets
comparison.
Thrown away.
Yeah.
I like that kid.
That's cool.
I like the Best Friends. I think Trent.
Oh, I love the Best Friends.
Chucky T.
I've loved the Best Friends since Ring of Honor and New Japan.
I think they're great. Now the Inner Circle as a group, I don't like them. They don't fit together. I think the only three guys that look good together are Santana Ortiz and Sammy Guevara, and I hate Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
But I don't like them as a crew. They don't look like they don't fit. They just don't fit.
I don't know, man. I
like Jericho by himself.
I like Jericho's role.
Yep.
Getting the kids over.
Jericho by himself is
for
amazing.
me. That's fun. I hate Jake Hager. I think he's awful.
He's. I don't understand the logic of having this move.
Fucking terrible, man.
He has no charisma. I don't know who has more charisma, him or Bobby Lashley. But I'll tell you right now, both of them are fucking horrible. And
who would win a match with Sloppy Lashley and Jake Hager?
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger.
Fucking
sucked.
I disagree. I think Jake Hager does have.
Oh, here we go, Deontay. Here's another Deontay.
No, whoa, Shaylin's going in. Fabian Eichner sucks. Fuck you, Choppy. Where's my fire extinguisher? I dare you to blow smoke in my face. Look at Shaylin Downey Jr. over here.
Listen, Shaylin. If I blow smoke in your face, you're going to be blown away with that small little frame of yours.
Shaylin's going for the takeover belt. Promo battle. She's going for the takeover belt.
Shit.
Man, that girl's so skinny I can use her as dental floss. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, are you skinny shaming her? Easy there.
What?
Are you skinny shaming her?
Shaming her?
Listen up here, Deontay PC. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Listen, I like Jake Hager. I think don't put a microphone in his hand. Just let him sit there and be fucking scary.
You know what annoys me about him is that when he tries to apply that stupid fucking ankle lock, he looks so clumsy putting that fucking thing on. Please don't put the
There's
ankle
nothing appealing about him at all. I
disagree.
I never liked him.
I disagree.
No.
Remember when they brought him in 2010 for ECW?
Of course.
I was like, who the fuck is this schlub? He looks like they pulled him out of a fucking indie event from like PWS.
He said schlub.
They're like, oh, this guy's gonna be something special.
This guy's gonna be a schlub.
He was world heavyweight champion within like 2 months, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Thank God he had Dutch Mantel talking to him. Because that was a great gimmick.
Dirty Dutch and him together were gold.
Yeah, because
But the
Dutch
thing-
could talk. That's
'Cause
why.
Dutch is amazing on the mic. But like,
Jake looks like Barney Rubble, my cousin said. hey, Fred.
He does.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Let's get some bubbly. Hey, Fred.
It's like a jacked up Barney Rubble.
jacked up. He looks like a fucking beanpole. What the fuck you
If
talking about?
William
no
Morgan
way.
said, if Phil don't like you, you really do suck. Take over, schlub.
Do you want to put him as you want to put Jake Hager as our member?
No.
Why not?
I'm not giving him a shirt.
Just take over Schlub. He'd be the perfect mascot.
Oh, schlub. Take over, schlub.
I don't know.
For
I
life.
listen. I think he's. Listen. I agree. There's something missing with the group.
Yeah,
but
chromosomes.
You know what's missing? I'll tell you what's missing.
Oh, here we go.
Charisma.
Look at you, Sonata.
Charisma.
All right. How about the tag team title match?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Kenny Omega
Fantastic.
and Hangman and Omega.
I did not
versus
like the
Dog-
Dark Order, and I'm starting to like them a lot more as the weeks pass.
Well, have you seen? Do you watch Being the Elite?
yes, I do.
Did you see Brody? Did you see Brody get in on them?
I love it.
You guys are fucking terrible. This guy's ugly. He's like, what? You're a fucking you're ugly.
I'll go.
Oh man, it was. I watched the last two episodes. It was
I haven't.
hysterical.
Yeah, I was just saying. I haven't seen like
It's
the last few episodes.
hysterical the way he gets in on them, and of course,
You know what that is, right? His gimmick is basically a play on Vince McMahon.
Well, that's what I think he kind of denounced it, but it's definitely.
Come on.
It's definitely.
It's so funny.
It's so
It's Vince
close.
McMahon over the top. It's
Yeah.
great.
you know what AEW needs more of.
What's that?
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
Needs some more SCU.
It does. I agree.
I think that eventually Scorpio Sky's going to go on his own.
He
man.
better, man. That's
He's
my dude.
so good. He's good. Now, Kazarian and I love Christopher Daniels. I love him to death. I think he's fantastic. But he's already in his 50s. I think it's time to
Well, I think if you ask him too, like he's saying the same thing. So I mean, listen, if you got to have Scorpio Sky break off from the group, you need to do it in style. Give him a nice push. Let him turn. He's gonna have to do a heel run, or Kazarian's gonna have to turn heel, perhaps.
Well, more importantly, the tag team champions are about to implode,
yeah.
which is really interesting because
can't wait.
when they implode, finally, my thought will come to fruition, and Hangman will be the fucking face of that company eventually.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. But it's not going to happen just yet.
No, of course not.
We're going to have the Four Horsemen first before that.
Well, that's the thing. It makes it interesting because this team scene is so good now.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with the Lucha Brothers and FTR and their best
Ever since-
friends.
let me just
and
tell you something.
Bucks and
Ever since FTR joined the company, the tag team scene has gone up.
has escalated.
It definitely seems like there was a shot of adrenaline put in. Because
I think these guys are like, guys, come on, let's pick it up. Let's do some real storytelling and stop doing all these flip flop matches.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, I love Lucha Brothers. I love the
I
Bucks.
do love the Lucha Brothers.
I think the Lucha Brothers are going to be tag
And
team
listen, my
champions
birthday's on Tuesday, guys, in the chat room. Anybody want to go to Walmart tomorrow and buy me some AEW figures?
Oh, is that when they're
They come
dropping?
out tomorrow.
Oh man,
We should go tomorrow
fuck!
and spend the rest of my money that I don't have. I want that Kenny Omega figure like bad.
I want the ring with the Omega figure.
I want the I'm fucking middle aged playing with wrestle figures.
You know what's my goal? I want to get all of the Bullet Club leaders in my. I want to get Kenny Omega. I want to get AJ Styles, and I want to get Finn Balor all hung up because I just those are my three. Those are the guys. Those
Yeah.
But
All right, and finally, Johnny Moxley and Darby Allin versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks.
what'd you guys think of this match?
I'm a Ricky Starks guy.
Yeah.
Or I'm all in with Ricky Starks. Darby Allin, he's the new spot monkey. You know, he's the new hardcore spot monkey. You know,
Not impressed.
Nah, I'm not impressed either.
I
don't like Moxley. I always like Brian Cage.
Yeah.
I've been a Ricky Starks guy since NWA.
100%.
Yeah.
Former TV champ.
Fantastic. I love Brian Cage. I've liked Brian Cage when he was PWG with fucking Michael Elgin as the champs.
Yeah.
He fought Chris
The
Dickinson
Unbreakable
at the
Machines.
Lemmy pay-per-view.
Yes.
That was a great match.
And I still like John Moxley. Now Darby Allin, I'm still not
Johnny Moxley.
on the Darby Allin.
I'm on the Darby Allin chain
I don't blame you. I mean, like,
because
they-
because like you said, what you're saying, I can see what you're saying with Hager. No charisma. complete opposite with Darby Allin. This guy has got it in spades.
Darby Allin definitely has charisma. I'm not saying he doesn't. There's just something missing.
I think what it is I think maybe but although the backstage vignettes are pretty good though, like when he's with Travis Pastrana, like he's doing all like the crazy extreme sports stuff. But like I think, and this is
I think he needs to lose a skateboard.
Yes and no.
It reminds me of fucking Shane Douglas and fucking
Dynamic Dudes.
Oh,
gotta do the.
Yeah, I can't. I'm done.
Johnny Moxley.
You are just not liking John.
I fucking hate John Moxley.
I like John Moxley.
I don't understand. I like John Moxley. irrational. That's irrational hate.
That's just,
we're gonna have to have a conversation.
That's irrational.
That's you and I'll give you a rational.
I'll give you a rash. Shut the fuck up.
Give you a rash.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's just old man syndrome. Don't listen to him.
Dude.
Really? Really?
He is. He said his birthday is Tuesday.
You motherfuckers.
That's okay.
Eat a bag of dicks.
All right there, Tony Soprano. Relax there.
I want it today. You got money for them fucking commercials. And last but not least, the MJF promo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was really well done. I think MJF is. You talk about Adam Page being a face. MJF is going to be another.
I'm
face.
not mad at this, man. I can see Adam Page headlining with fucking MJF.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I agree.
As the hero,
hands down.
As the hero,
MJF is just a title win waiting to happen. Is whether it's the TV title, whether it's the world title, or whether it's the tag team titles with Wardlow. Who knows?
Shaylin said Darby Allin is a poor man's Jeff Hardy with a skateboard.
Shaylin's going hard tonight.
Shaylin's drinking that fucking hooch. That's what she's doing.
Shit.
That Shaolin hooch.
Oh my god, the Shaolin hooch. What is it, Mad Dog? She's drinking right now.
Mad Dog 2020. Go to Bay and Victory. Give me some oxtail. And
She's probably forget that. She's probably got that Steel Reserve in the back.
Private stock.
Oh my word.
I love doing this from come on to the chat room.
She's got that plastic Drake's vodka bottle in the back.
Shit. I'm with you, Phil. Moxley, meh. That's right, Uptown Georgia. But we're old, Georgia. Remember, me and you were old.
Oh, shut the fuck up. We're gonna have a conversation.
You guys can both eat a bag of fries.
I don't. I just Moxley. I think is where he's supposed to be right now. I don't, and he hasn't lost a match yet, which is
Listen, it's going to be eventually. He's going to lose the belt.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty much the same thing that's happened with him when he was the WWE champion, because his title run gets a little stale after a while.
Well, they're doing a good job right now introducing, especially how you introduce Ricky Starks to the deal. Now you got Darby Allin came back. I guess I don't know if he was out hurt or whatever. Meanwhile, last week he took a fucking. I didn't even notice it last week until they replayed it. Like he took a huge header into the ring ropes. I'm surprised.
Darby Allin did.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't concussed or something.
He probably was. That kid. He's like a retarded Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
that dude.
Who, Darby?
Darby Allin. Yeah. All right, NXT.
Oh yeah, I thought NXT was fantastic this week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Keith Lee's promo was just on the money. I mean,
his response to Cross. You're talking about?
Yes, it was his response to Cross after Cross fucking dismantled fucking Dijakovic. Or it's called Dijak. I can't say that.
Dijakovic.
It's too long of a name.
That's why Ring of Honor didn't use it.
But I really like Keith Lee as the champion, as the world champion of NXT. I think he's fantastic. I think that he has like the way he does his facial expression. He kind of reminds me of The Rock a little bit, if that's fair to say, because he does like the eyebrow raise sometimes. He kind of does like that thing. He turns his face to the side a little bit.
Well, like I said, I mean, he would do the things when he would come up from the camera, from the camera frame or whatever, like that stuff I kind of like really enjoyed. And but yeah, I could see it a little bit. Maybe
that's just the facial, not the promo skills. I'm just saying that just the facial expressions I think are fantastic. I think that he showed a nice little aggression to his side where he said the word bullshit on TV and it was bleeped out. And I was like, okay, now where's this going? Are they going to let people curse more often on the show? Because I'm down for that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like you can't create a hatred for somebody if you can't curse a little bit, like, Jericho uses the word shit like it's fucking like he's about to blow his nose every single time, and I like the fact that they're using more profanity on the show. I think it's needed. I think they need to stray away from the fucking PG product and start implementing more TV 14 stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Karrion Kross's response on the Titantron, whatever the fuck you want to call it now.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that he sent out Scarlett instead of him going out there himself.
Oh yeah,
because we all know Cross can fucking go. He is not afraid of nobody.
He's just head games that point.
Yeah, exactly. We know he could. His character could beat the shit out of anybody if he wanted to. Look what he did to fucking Ciampa. Destroyed his ass.
So Will Morgan said he hates the fact that Keith Lee gave back the North American title.
Everyone is hating that. I understand that, but you also got to keep in mind, like guys like the Warrior gave up the Intercontinental title. Goldberg gave up the WCW United States.
It's a matter of
title.
time before Evil has to do it.
Yeah, Evil's gonna have to drop the Intercontinental title.
He's gonna have to.
He's either gonna pass it over to somebody from Bullet Club,
or they're gonna have to put it up in a tournament.
But yeah, that's it. It's gonna happen eventually.
Or he might just put it up and lose it.
Yeah,
But
I don't hate it. I think, especially now, where you constantly, not that it's a ratings war per se, but you can't just have him. I actually like the idea because, like, especially with WWE, like Becky had the 2 belts and Bayley has 2 belts. Like
Sasha has 2 belts.
You're doing it too much now.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least like with Keith Lee, like it was something. It was a unification. You know what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
When Becky did it, it was almost like just to do it, just to let's see how this goes. Like now, much like everything, WWE overuses everything. They overusing the movie theme, the movie theatric, fucking matches. Now they're doing it once a month.
Correct.
So that's why I don't mind. Just let it be fresh. Let him be the heavyweight champion. I think he's doing a great job.
I think so.
And especially on the mic,
I think he's going to drop the belt to Cross. There's no way Cross is going to lose.
I don't think so. Last week I was singing a different tune after seeing that promo. He is a fucking star.
Stallion.
You know what though? If Cross doesn't win it now, he will eventually.
I still think,
he may be North American champion. Like there's got to be like
he's going to be the world champion. He's going to be the world champion.
And don't count out Finn Balor for anything.
Oh no! Could you imagine the match between him and Balor? Oh.
Yeah, it's just thinking about it.
I'm just chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Speaking of bits, how about Gargano and Roddy Strong this week?
That was a good match.
Really
good match.
Very
good.
Very
good match.
Is it just me? Are the UE becoming more a little bit of baby faces or just tweeners now? Because let's keep in mind that Gargano is still a full-fledged heel.
Yeah.
And Roddy was being worked on his shoulder throughout the whole match as if he was the baby face of the match. And then after the match was over, remember the UE attacked Imperium for the tag belts. And it seemed like the Imperium was getting booed, but UE got cheered by the crowd for beating the shit out of Imperium.
Well, I mean, I think it's fair to say that they've done enough, especially now that Cole dropped the belt. It's fair enough to say that they've done all they can as heels, and they were already tweeners as it was, because every match that they did, even if it was Marty, Bobby Fish, and I was gonna say Marty Fish, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Like these guys have a match of the night every fucking night. Roddy, same thing. So I think there was always tweeners, but like now they're just going, well, we want Gargano to be more of a heel. So,
and then also, I knew it was a work from the get-go. The whole interaction between Adam Cole and Pat McAfee.
Yeah. Fuck Pat McAfee.
He's an asshole. Fuck him.
That dude's an idiot anyway.
He sucks. But
he's like the fucking Mark Madden of this generation.
He fucking sucks.
He's awful, dude.
He's awful on the mic.
He's worse than Excalibur.
But you want to know? You know what's funny though? All the
Do you like him?
I love Pat
Oh
McAfee.
my god, Jay!
I love Pat McAfee.
Who's Macho Man is on the desk? That's Choppy's Macho Man. We got that at a convention.
Phil.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. I think Wifey bought me this.
Wifey did buy you that.
I think we're gonna have to have a conversation with this motherfucker.
We're gonna have
I
to.
love Pat McAfee.
Are you serious?
I fucking
Really,
love
Jay?
Pat McAfee.
Aww.
Every time I hear him talk, I get diarrhea cramps.
No, he is. I think
I
he's
had diarrhea
entertaining.
cramps without that though. today, watching that fucking pay-per-view tonight.
Listen, Adam Cole. I love how the marks were just like, oh, it's real. It was legit.
It was nowhere near real.
The moment I saw the whole thing,
Yeah.
it was like an hour long. I think it was. The moment he started saying, well, you're a great wrestler, but the only reason you're great is because you had the Undisputed Era backing you up all the time. And I was like, what? So it went from being a good interview to being like, all right, this is a fucking work.
Yeah.
So then when Adam Cole said, fuck you, Pat, I was like,
Awful.
He tried to make it
work.
Adam Cole tried to make it as real as possible, and it just I knew it was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was
different.
It was a nice work shoot that they did.
Yeah.
Like JBL was better than him.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought JBL was him and Michael Cole were great together.
I don't like JBL,
I like JBL,
but I like him better than Pat McAfee.
I agree.
Who's better, Pat McAfee or Sammy Brand Muffins? Love Sammy. So I love Sam Roberts.
Sammy Brand.
Sam Roberts? I don't like him.
That's Jim Norton calls him.
Who's
worse, Sammy Brand Muffins?
I think Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts is worse.
Is worse than Pat McAfee?
Yeah,
you guys are out of your fucking skull.
Pat McAfee is.
Pat McAfee is broadcast cancer.
You know what?
He's the Tim McCarver of WWE.
I had so much respect for Sam Roberts until he joined the company, and I just see he's such a WWE like butt boy that I can't take it.
Hey! Listen.
This is the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts, and you're listening to Turnbuckle Throwbacks with Phil Rhea and Choppy on Rant EM Radio.
I appreciate that, Sam, but you no, thank you. No, thank you, buddy. You're not a very good.
I'm going to get Pat McAfee to do one now. That's it.
You're paying for that, by the way.
I'm going to get.
I'm not giving any fucking funds towards that.
That
dude's cancer, dog.
I disagree.
So
He's
you think
entertaining?
So you think we're gonna get a match between him and Adam Cole?
I think so.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do some sort of tag match type thing.
Oh, who's he tagging with?
Lawrence Taylor.
Oh Christ!
Lawrence Taylor.
Bring back Lawrence Taylor.
Big LT.
Oh Christ, help us!
But I thought, as a whole, I thought the show was really, really good.
Yeah.
They the triple threat with fucking
Finn Balor
and your boy Dexter Lumis.
That dude's awful too.
He's fucking terrible.
Hey, who won the match? I like Dexter Lumis.
Oh.
Who won the match?
Fuck him.
Listen, they're getting behind him.
Yeah, they're getting behind him because they're afraid of him. He's a creep. He's a fucking creep.
He looks like a petty with that mustache on him.
He looks like one of them fucking barbershop quartet guys. Ooh. Yeah, your mama, yeah, your father. Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, he's awful.
That tattoo of his is fucking awful too. It's just black all over.
Shaylin said Jay's kissing McAfee's ass.
That's right. I'm trying to get on that.
Trying to get that spot.
Trying to get on that spot.
Yeah, you flat lever. Fucking move.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that the Earth is flat now, huh?
No way.
Oh, here we go, Captain fucking Columbus.
Oh, listen.
Go ahead, Magellan. Tell us.
He said Captain Columbus.
No way.
He called him Magellan.
I am all about a good conspiracy theory. I cannot get behind that one. There's no fucking way.
That's another podcast, bro.
Yeah,
you might have to say that for Ghetto Geek Squad because we're gonna get Lou involved in that and all the other kids because that's just a fucking disaster. I'm not even touching that on Turnbuckle Throwbacks. That's just not gonna happen on the show at all. At all. Rob, I want to get that Fight TV thing tomorrow with the Good Brothers.
Talking Shopomania.
It's $15 regardless. So I mean, I'm not doing anything this weekend, so I might do it. Unless somebody's streaming it for free to give me a password, I'll hook you up with something. But
hell yeah.
All right, before we go to break, I have New Japan Pro Wrestling results from this morning that I got up for because I'm a retard and I have no life. And plus I have sleep apnea, so I can't sleep anymore until I get my machine. All right, so Kurikan Hall sellout of 482. This is like 1993 ECW. I love it. It's basically the ECW of Japan.
Hey, listen.
Summer Struggle continues. The Summer Struggle Tour 2020. Your first match was an 8-man tag, as usual. There's a lot of fucking 8-man tags. Gabriel Kidd, Tsuji, Taguchi, and Kojima versus Goto, Ishii, Toriano, and Yoshihashi. Chaos gets the win with a schoolboy. And your next match, Hamna and Makabe, GBH taking on Sonata and Takagi. With the Sonata hit the skull's end, and Choppy's ass is on fire.
My ass hit the ass end.
Lord.
I was telling Choppy about this morning. This was good. There's a 10-man tag. Uemura, Master Wato, who I still can't get behind. He looks like a fucking I don't know. He looks like a fucking anime character. Hiroshi Tenzan, Kota Ibushi, and I feel like Tanahashi and Ibushi just getting tag team partners for the sake of just to fight Suzuki-gun.
Well, I'm about to say, do you think like they're getting all these tag matches just to save their bodies per se?
Well, that's the thing because they have nobody else, and they fought Suzuki-gun basically. Dookie, Kanemaru, Desperado, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi. And I was telling Choppy because Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. are the tag champs. They've been winning the majority of these matches and just rubbing in their faces.
Yeah,
it's really fun. But yeah, Desperado hits the Pinche Loco and gets the win. And I still don't like Master Wato. He's fucking. I can't get behind him.
I just can't wait for the guy Jin to go back to fucking New Japan because I can't wait because I like. Don't get me wrong, I love the Japanese talent, but I cannot wait. And you know what? I'm going to rescind the comment that I said before about what's his name, the ace of New Japan,
Tanahashi.
I like them. I like him together.
I love fucking Tanahashi.
I like him with fucking Ibushi, bro.
Well, they're a good team. Yeah, they're a good team.
The Golden Aces are great together.
They because you know what? Tanahashi doesn't have to work as hard anymore.
Thank God. Let that old man stand.
Nah, he's good, dude. He's good, man. You're bugging. He's the John Cena of New Japan.
This coming from a guy that says John Moxley's fucking terrible.
John Moxley is fucking with his fucking 5 movesets. And I'm crazy. You're a douche. You're a douche.
He was hoping that Minoru Suzuki was going to take the U.S. title off.
Oh,
that's what it was.
That's a man's man right there, motherfucker.
I like Suzuki.
We'll get to him in a minute. But your next match, your fourth match was Sho and Okada. Chaos again against Bullet Club, Takahashi, and Gato. Oh, Jado and Gato need to stop wrestling.
I'm about to say. I mean, at what point does Gato, just stay in the back?
I mean, what about Togo, man? Dick Togo is still wrestling.
53 years old. So Bullet Club loses to Sho gets the arm lock crosshold on Gato, and that was it right there for you finished it. Your fifth match was Bushi and Naito versus Ishimori and Evil. Evil gets the Scorpion Deathlock on Bushi. 9 minutes, 53 seconds. Evil just looks amazing.
I've been singing this man's praises for
Balls.
years.
Amaze
Everyone kept saying,
balls.
"Oh, Sonata's better. Sonata's this. Sonata's that." Who won the title?
See, Carlos agrees with me. Moxley is terrible. Thank you, Carlos.
Which Carlos are we talking here? Rivera?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Carlos agrees with me.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then your main event. Finally, they don't. It's not a tag match. Yuji Nagata, Blue Justice, the ageless one, Blue Justice, taking on Minoru Suzuki, and Suzuki wins in 20 minutes and 36 seconds with a gotch fucking pile.
They won 20 minutes.
Wow.
20 minutes, and it was a good match.
How are these guys in their 50s still doing it?
Because they're fucking.
God bless
them. They're man's man. Moxley's not going to do that at 53 years old.
No way.
No, he's not. He's not going to.
That's a bold statement.
Oh, here we go.
It is a bold statement.
I like Moxley, but he's not going to be like
Moxley.
Suzuki.
Listen, Moxley can't. Listen, you can wear all the camouflage you want. All right, you could be crazy all you want, but this dude is legit crazy.
Wacky Dean.
This dude, Minoru Suzuki, is a man's man. Okay,
what does wearing camouflage have to do with anything?
Because he's like he's a douche. It's like when the Guidos wear the fucking Under Armour gear. It's like, how you doing? I'm a dick. But I'm a dick over here. I'm a dick over here. Moxley. Fuck Moxley and his whack ass fucking promos and his shit fucking moveset.
Leave Wacky Dean alone. Come on.
I hope Moxley's
a bag of fried dicks. That mother jumper. Before we go to break,
such hate.
Before we go to break, I have some happy news.
Actually. Oh boy, what happened?
Choppy and Bree gave me my birthday present early today.
Well, it's more like a thank you.
So it's not my birthday present?
It's like a thank you birthday kind of.
Yeah, because you bought me a lot, man. This is really fucking cool.
Yeah, show it off to the fans. So you know Haley's art that they do.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
This one is this is pretty cool. This is all the superhero.
I don't know if the fans can see it or not.
Oh no. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. And it's like a gimmick.
Has all the Marvel villains going up against the DC villains.
Wow.
Really fucking cool, man.
That is awesome.
This is amazing.
Did you get it?
Oh, you know Haley's art, the guy who goes on Instagram, he posts like the split versions of all the wrestlers and stuff. I'll show you. You'll see what I'm talking about. Wait,
there's more.
There's more. Look at this one.
We talked about Taz before.
Oh shit.
Tasmaniac, and then he did the when he.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh. How about that? I can't wait to hang these up when I get home.
That's a cool one.
And last, but surely as hell not least, let's look at this one. This is the creme de la creme.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, He-Man, you big fool. Evil Lynn, fillet me.
Wow. Oh, that is so cool.
Suck my tool, Evil Lynn.
And the guy does a lot. Like he's done a. I was looking for Dusty, believe it or not, but he says, look, he even apologized. Like, man, I'm so sorry, I don't have Dusty. Dusty was just like a one-off thing. I don't have him printed out. Everything that I have on Etsy is what I have, and that's it.
Shit.
I follow him on Instagram, and he also has an Etsy shop. He has tons of things. He did one of Michael Keaton and Batman. It was fantastic. It's insane.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Especially let alone the Taz one. That's like a real fucking niche one.
Yeah,
I'm calling you out, brother.
When I saw Taz, I was like, all right, I can't find Dusty, but I'll get him his favorite ECW champion of all time.
Yeah.
He is my favorite subject. But listen, we'll always have Dusty. We'll always have Dusty in our hearts.
You like this hat?
Sure do.
You better like this hat. That's no lie.
Sure do.
Sure do. Tony Schiavone.
I want somebody to do almost a similar promo with Shivani
now
on AEW. Hey, Shivani, you like these shorts? Sure do. You better like these shorts. That's no lie, bitch.
Yeah.
You should have Jack Swagger do it. You like these thoughts?
Yeah.
Sure. You better like these thoughts. That's no lie.
Should have Moxley do it. Like, you like this camo?
You like this camo? You better like this camo.
Hey, Shivani, do you know I'm crazy?
Hey, Shivani. Yeah. Look at you. I'm calling you out, punk. Yeah, you like my camo? You better like this camo.
And he's like, sure do.
He moves like an exotic dancer. He's a fucking asshat.
Why do you hate him so much?
I don't like him, dude.
You hate him.
He was the worst U.S. champion, and I hate Lex Luger.
Really?
Luger was a better U.S. champion.
Yeah,
he
he
was
was-
the title twice. I think.
He was the worst U.S. champion in WWA, and he's also the worst U.S. champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Please take the belt off him. Can we just fly him? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Choppy and Burrito. The belt.
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
going nuts about the fucking
Oh,
the art.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Don't worry
Get
about
Britt
it.
Baker to do it for Shivani. You like these shorts? Yeah, you better like these.
You like this stethoscope?
Sure.
You better like this
No,
stethoscope.
sure do.
Sure. You like this drill?
Yeah.
You better
Sure
like
do.
this drill.
Mott Spock, what's up, brother? You heading out? All right. Love you too, brother. Talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Let's take a quick break.
Let's go wet our whistles.
Wet our whistle. And then we're gonna do some
gyration.
Fucking, I hate that mother jumper.
You love him.
I hate him. He's the shits of the drizzling variety.
He likes him.
I think he likes him.
Wait until he drops the belt, and he tries to go after it again. He'll be like, "Oh man, I love Moxley."
Johnny Moxley. Is that his name? Johnny Moxley.
AEW needs to hire red shoes. I love.
Oh,
Could you imagine AEW with red shoes?
Red shoes, and Aubrey would fucking they would face off. They'd be like Little Nate and fucking what's his face? Nick Patrick.
Yeah. I would love to see Tiger Hattori back, but that's not gonna happen. He
Nah,
retired.
he's 117. Leave him alone. He's retired.
I like
now.
Tiger
I love
Hattori.
Tiger Hattori. He's my
Come
man.
on.
Yeah.
We were at his last New York show.
Yes, we were.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a really shit pay-per-view to recover.
Not
Lord.
wait.
I hope you guys drank enough alcohol because this is pretty fucking terrible.
Johnny Moxley.
even worse than John Moxley.
You're
Apparently.
listening to the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. We're live on the rant. Stick around, bitches. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Okay, let's give this a try. The Shining Wizards is a funny wrestling podcast. No. The Shining Wizards is an insightful wrestling podcast. How about this? The Shining Wizards is a great wrestling podcast that airs live Monday nights at 7 p.m. East on rantmradio.com and Rant Entertainment Media on the TuneIn app. Of course, it's available on all podcasting platforms. I think that covers it. To check us out, go over to shiningwizards.com and get ready to join us for some wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
I don't know.
All those moments lost in time. Like tears in rain.
In a world where Hollywood tries to tell you how to live while doing the exact opposite, where fresh ideas are tossed away for a cash grab reboot, where the media has become nothing but propaganda and freedom is traded for what they tell you is security and safety, there is Inconclusive Breakdown, your weekly look at current events and entertainment with no political correct BS. Just news and uncensored opinions, everywhere you get podcasts. A proud member of the Shining Wizards Network.
Horns up, beautiful motherfuckers. Radioactive Metal is here on the Shining Wizards Network, and we want you to listen.
Every week, we cover the world of heavy metal and speak to your favorite bands.
We discuss new releases, concerts, controversies, and everything else that's related to heavy metal.
And occasionally, we even talk about pro wrestling.
Catch us live every Thursday night on purerockradio.net.
Listen to past episodes at radioactivemetal.org or at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
And remember, it's not metal unless it's radioactive metal.
Hey, this is Mike from the Midnight Jury. When you are done with this show, join my co-hosts Adam, Cal, Sydney, and I every Friday as we travel back to the last old school generation of the 80s and 90s to review the best and worst in pop culture, horror, and occasionally pro wrestling on WLWstudios.com or the Midnight Jury feeds on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Player FM. Go back in time when it was all about VHS, arcades, and hanging out at the mall. And remember that every second Saturday of the month, we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rant EM Radio, which includes taking your calls. Once again, that's the Midnight Jury on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, and our home, WLWstudios.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, this is the Queen of Extreme Francine, and you are listening to Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass Choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks.
Yeah, or who cares?
I totally forgot that this was their theme.
This was Sting's.
This was Sting's theme for a little bit.
I think that their last album that was on there as one of the tracks.
I couldn't. I as soon as I heard it on the network before, I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
Yeah, exactly.
fucking Metallica.
Phil, the poster over your shoulder. Who's next to Savage?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold and Roddy Piper.
Oh, by the way, Roddy Piper, I think, died 5 years ago
Today, yeah. Seek and Destroy. Yeah, maybe they won't flag us. It's like a live version. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. So
Metallica's got a hold on everything. They're flagging us.
Yeah. Napster. I tell you though, Metallica's been doing some really cool shit with the fans though. They've been like putting out like these YouTube videos every week and concerts and can you close that door?
Yeah.
I don't hear these kids crying. Fucking nah. Choppy's minions. Yup. Seek and Destroy. Yeah, but they've been killing it, man. Apparently they're in a studio again. I'm happy about that. I know people shit on them, but like I don't know. And Jay and I have had extensive conversations about music, like in terms of like bands progressing, and so that's like another podcast. But I don't. The only two things I didn't like with Metallica that they've done besides load of shit is the symphony stuff I really didn't like, which they're doing another one apparently, and I didn't like the stuff with Lou Reed.
Okay,
that concept album.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't really feeling it.
No, they had one song on there with the Lou Reed thing that I was like, that's actually pretty catchy, But see, this shows you the generation gap.
Yes,
because I love Load, Reload.
I don't like
love the
load of shit.
I love the S&M.
It took me like 10 years to actually like a song on that album, which is King Nothing.
King Nothing.
That's
amazing.
a good song. But I was on that tour.
Yeah.
And Godsmack opened for them, and I was like, Godsmack blew them away.
Yeah.
Blew them away, literally. But I love Metallica. One of my favorite bands. If you guys come next week to my little gathering, my stepfather will tell you, I took him to Metallica.
Oh, okay.
Back in when did Death Magnetic drop?
03.
No.
Death Magnetic?
Yeah.
That's 2009.
What was the one before that then?
That was Saint Anger.
Saint Anger was in 2003.
I was still living in Queens. This had to be before 2010.
Oh, maybe 09?
Yeah.
Maybe 09?
We saw him. It was just when Newark had just opened up that arena.
It's probably about 09.
The brick. The
Prudential.
The
Rock.
Prudential Center, the Rock, yeah.
But yeah, we're the armpit of New America, huh?
Is that Mario from the Barrio in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Saying it was pretty terrible too. Yeah.
Saint Anger was all right.
It was I like the drums.
Worst snare drum I've ever heard. In
I
my
love
life.
that though. That
Ping,
bang,
ping, ping, ping.
They did it on purpose though.
Yeah,
right?
I actually just seen something recently about
dropped
that.
in 08. Yeah, so it was.
I was 08. That's only Death Magnetics. I like Broken, Scarred, and Beaten or whatever the hell it is.
Hardwired, Self Destruct.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that song too. Mm-hmm. But I played this. I opened up with the Sting WCW song. So.
Yeah, I couldn't believe we heard that on the fucking.
Saying was 02. Yeah,
on the network. They all of a sudden all here's. I'm like,
I saw Metallica.
Metallica?
Mm-hmm. I saw Metallica in '92 with Guns N' Roses at the Meadowlands.
God,
another great band.
They're fucking and now it's funny because Guns N' Roses was like almost an hour late. Right,
sounds about right.
Axl comes on. They play 45 minutes and he gets hit in the face with a baseball. And that was the same tour that James burnt himself in. I think it was in Canada or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've always been one of my favorites. But when Sting when Sting had this song, I was so fucking hyped for that too. So anyway, hey, Mario's in the room. Call this is a good fucking crowd tonight. All right, guys, I don't have the throwback of the week clip because the hard drive died, so I'm gonna have to either make it again or hopefully when I recover the stuff that the technician guy.
And now this is your throwback of the week.
You want to do it? You want to do it like that? You want to put sound to it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, man.
And now, here's your throwback of the week.
What you hear is just him fucking chewing,
his lips smacking,
his lips smacking. It's
now.
So it goes without saying. Much like I'm always going to crack a beer, Choppy's definitely going to eat something. But you look good though, Choppy.
Thank you.
You don't have any quarantine weight.
No, but I have hunger weight. I'm eating olives right now. They're fantastic.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, neither am I.
You want me to close your mic? You want to eat? You want to finish eating?
Shut the fuck up and just play the fucking clip. Whatever the fuck you're gonna play.
It's got no clip. That was the clip.
You are the clip.
Whatever.
Oh, you know what? Choppy had a fuck you wrestler of the week.
Oh my god!
You want to get into that before we get into the throwback?
Yeah, let's do that.
So of course we're all hyped about the figures, right? So,
yeah.
So Choppy's like, "Do you know who got a new fucking action figure?" Like he's grinding his teeth. I'm like, "Who?" Jay and I are like, "Who?" He goes, "Superstar Billy Graham." And I was like, "Oh, here we go."
This motherfucker about a year ago was besmirching the good name of WWE
everywhere,
calling them a bunch of fucking assholes, this, that, and the other thing. And lo and behold, this motherfucker gets a brand new WWE action figure. By the way, with interchangeable heads too.
Really?
One with the sideburns and the other one with a beard.
Ah.
And I saw this and I was like, this motherfucker was bitching, moaning, and complaining.
He was part of the lawsuit. Then he backed out of the lawsuit.
And now they gave him a new action figure, and now he's going to get some nice little revenue from it. And now he's like, and I'm pretty sure now he's like,
I bet you that's somebody going to Vince going, "Hey, we got to throw some old timers in this." You know, he's like, who do you got? Billy Graham.
No way.
You know what, man?
He goes, "No way."
No way. I guarantee you he went nicey to Vince. Oh, I was just joking around, but it doesn't mean anything.
That dude's bipolar, though, man. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit.
Once he gets his money from these toys, he's gonna be like, "Oh, Vince McMahon, they're a bunch of fucking assholes."
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna. Shaylin
He's
says
gonna go. He's gonna go on Donahue's.
Shaylin says the Billy Graham figure is sick. I wouldn't buy it.
He's gonna go on Donahue's show. He's gonna bring back Donahue.
Donahue.
He's gonna
Donahue.
Is he
What
dead?
fucking year are you in?
I think it's,
Sally Jesse Raphael
Wasn't
next.
that the show he was on with Dave Meltzer when during the steroid?
no, that was
trial?
Ricky Lake. What are you talking about?
Oh, it was
No,
Ricky Lake?
it was Donahue.
I'm kidding. But yeah, so yeah, fuck you, Billy Graham. That's all I have to say about that. You're such a fucking hypocrite. You keep flip flopping back every single time.
I agree.
He's bipolar, Betty.
Bipolar Billy. My God. What a piece of shit you are.
But he was such a good champion, though.
Yeah, for 10 months. And then became a little bitch after Vince McMahon Jr. Sr. was like, no, we're going to take the belt off you because we want to put it on Bobby Backlund.
Then he kept him relevant. He managed to face Don Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ridiculous.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my fuck you wrestler of the week. Again, for the third time.
And they actually used, when he was a face, they actually used Jesus Christ Superstar as Don Morocco's music.
Really?
Yeah. He had the fucking tie. It was terrible. And
I
I
forgot
love
to tell
Don
you,
Morocco.
they dropped the new Don Morocco figure too with
Did they?
with the tie-dye shirt on.
See, I hated that gimmick, but I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I love Don Morocco.
But he was jacked to the
he's one of
gills.
my favorite US IC champs of all time.
But he was US champion too in the NWA, wasn't he?
Regionally, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dope though, man.
Yeah.
We got to do the match where he eats a fucking
I seen that on YouTube. It's fantastic.
He does a meatball hero sandwich.
Yeah.
He beats up a Jabba. We should cover that match. The Richard Bay show, Carlos said. Fucking chat room's on fire tonight, kids. All right. So are we ready for this? Or what?
I think we're doing anything not to do this pay-per-view.
Listen, I throw these ideas out there. We don't have to do them.
Well, we didn't exactly argue because I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, this fucking pay-per-view's coming.
But listen, at least we're doing 1990 stuff, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So
Well, like I said,
we're mixing it up a little bit.
I have like a lot of thoughts about this because it's just
I want to hear all of them, Jay.
this it boggles my mind.
Let me hear all your thoughts and secrets.
Sit
Jay.
down,
silly goose.
So if you listen to Tony Schiavone and Scott Hudson, there was 16,000 people.
Hold on, Jay. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh my!
Believe it or not, Jay said what 16,000 people.
That's what they said.
It was
6,572. Actually,
yeah, 6,500.
Yeah.
It was that minus 10,000.
Yeah, there's 16,000 people there. Meanwhile, you can hear them calling spots from the back row.
Oh my!
We could all agree, even before.
Does Choppy have a duck caller in front of him? Kevin Joseph Griefer wants to know
why.
Don Morocco top 3 IC champ. That's a
bold statement.
Bold.
No, Kev, that's his nasal dildo. Mark from Detroit said. Nasal dildo. Hello, nurse.
That's what.
I like that. Choppy's duck caller.
Where's George Takei's? Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh my!
So first match.
Nasal dildo.
First match. Mr. Chavo Guerrero Jr. against Juventud Guerrera. Apparently, the cat was informing the fridge to what's his name again? Ice Train or whatever the fuck.
I text you guys. Was that fucking Ice Train?
It was Ice Train. He was like, "Oh, go let the cruiserweights know that they can't have anybody
But
else."
wasn't Ice Train part of that?
No Limit Soldiers?
No, wasn't he part of that lawsuit with against WCW? Hardbody Harrison, all these guys, Sonny Ono. He was part of that. Wasn't he part of that fucking?
Was he? But he was with him and Norton were a tag team called Fire and Ice. Remember
But that was 96, 97.
Who cares?
But I thought he was part of that lawsuit or whatever. So
who knows? At this point, all I know is that this paper was fucking terrible right from the beginning.
Oh.
Too many fucking skits and
I don't know. I love the stuff with fucking
the cat,
Ernest the Cat.
I like the cap, but not in this pay per view. The match pretty much starts off with like the referees telling the fucking groups to like get their barred from the fucking ring.
Yeah, it was so. God, it took forever for them to fucking leave.
And then the match is going on. The match was getting pretty good. I enjoyed it. Opinion on Chavo? I don't think Chavo was that good of a talent. He's okay. He's not Eddie. Definitely not Eddie.
Oh, stop it, Lieutenant Loco.
Oh my!
Chavo is a decent. Chavo's a decent worker. Whether you want to call him Lieutenant Loco or Kerwin White.
Wait, Kevin Grifo. Hard Body Harrison's doing time, baby.
Wasn't it like sex trafficking or something like that? Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, Lord.
So, yeah, I the match was fine. I thought, was it Mark Madden was calling Juventud Guerrero the Juicerweight champion?
The Juicerweight.
I hate him.
Mark Madden is him and Pat McAfee get on that La Bamba plane.
No, you do not besmirch the good name of Pat McAfee and put him alongside. Put him alongside.
I don't know what's worse, Mark Madden or Kevin Garifo's comedy. What are the other?
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
No, not Kev. That's our boy.
I'm kidding. But it's
Choppy just opened himself up to himself. Fucking berating now from Kevin.
Please, see, he was already berating me when he called me it was called a duck call machine. And then Mark from Detroit, who likes to eat dicks from Detroit dicks, he telling me that is a fucking dildo.
Detroit, Dick City.
I feel all right with a dick in my nose.
So then during the match, the filthy animals come out. No, it was
the first the filthy animals came out.
They came out with masks. And then the refs are like, you got to get out of here. And then Disco Inferno removes his mask. Like, how'd they know?
I love that.
It's terrible. And then the Misfits of Retardism came out.
Yeah.
They did the same thing themselves.
Oh.
The Misfits of Down Syndrome came out. And
That's insane.
And they came out and did the same thing. I'm like, are these guys retarded? Did the writers in the back tell them, like, yeah, go wear these masks. Maybe you can fool the fans to think that it's not you guys.
It's like the ex-agent is like, what do you want me to do? Whatever you guys feel you want to do. I think we should go out with President's mask on. You're right.
Mario from the Barrio said Pat McAfee is a god amongst punters. He should have stayed there.
No. Dude,
Randy Orton should punt him. They talk to me.
So after all the shenanigans, the tomfoolery, Chavo Guerrero hits the Tornado DDT for the win and retains his cruiserweight title.
Yeah, the Juicerweight title.
How plastic does Major Guns look?
She's ugly as shit, dude.
And she's not even good on the eyes, dude.
She's not.
Dude. Oh, come on, Jay. Are you serious?
Seriously,
dude?
She's a butterface, dude.
Everything's nice, butterface.
She still looks good.
Have you serious?
Have you seen her Twitter lately? Like she's got an OnlyFans.
You follow her on Twitter?
I don't have a Twitter.
I was gonna say you're a creep. You don't even have a Twitter account.
I follow her on Instagram.
Of course you do.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. You following her on Instagram or the creepos following Sunny on fucking Twitter? Just see if she put some titty foot pics of herself on there. Come on, man. Major, really? Tylene Buck?
I think she's hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
she's hot in that like stripper.
Pat
80s
McAfee
stripper
wears
way.
shorts at WrestleMania and gives no fucks.
No, I can't.
It was Tampa. It was pretty hot.
What's her name? Who was the girl that's with the filthy animals? Wasn't that Tigress? I think
That was Tigress.
She was a good looking woman.
She's not
very
bad
good looking. Very good looking.
If you're gonna be bad looking and get plastic tits, fix your face up too, man.
You know who's
go the extra mile.
You know who's another one?
Mario said we're about to have a conversation.
You know who's another one?
Wait, stop. Wait. Shaylin said she looks like a great value Pamela Anderson. Shaylin for the win.
I think that's the name of the episode. Great value with Pamela.
I already had the name of the episode, but yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fucking amazing.
Shaylin's going hard on everybody.
Mario, so we're about to have a conversation. Yeah.
Great value.
We gotta get a We gotta get a shirt for Jay. We're about to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation. Jay needs his own shirt.
Listen. I always liked Tylene Buck. I remember. So then, short story. Years after WCW, whatever, and I discovered the art of
pornography.
Yeah, DVD pornography. All of a sudden, I was sitting there watching this thing, and I go, holy shit, that's Tylene Buck. I was like, what?
He didn't say that. He said, "Oh, that's Major Guns."
It's Major Gun.
No, I knew her as Tylene Buck.
Taking loads to the face.
No, this is him. Oh my god, that pulling up. That's Major Guns. Oh my goodness, he sounded like Jack Swagger when he saw that.
Swagger. He's got boobies.
She's got areolas.
Areolas. I'm an American. She sells her vag. She does.
What's her?
Everybody did though back then though, so you just heard you can't knock.
No,
that.
I think she actually has a rubber mold of her.
Oh, she does.
Stop.
I swear to God.
Why did you bought one?
Of course, I did not buy one.
James, Mario's and James' favorite porn site is XNXX. That's Phil's favorite porn.
Oh, I knew this was gonna be one of those nights.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Next match.
Hold on, Mario. It's on my phone, dog.
Oh man, our correspondent of fucking Turnbuckle Throwback shows off his pornography site on his phone. The CEO of Turnbuckle Throwbacks watches his porn.
This is Mario's fault. He started it.
Can he connect to somebody to the next match?
Well, this next match is just as laughable because it was.
Why was Ralphus in this?
Big Copper Pump knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Why was Ralphus in this match?
Why is Ralphus let out? Why did they let him out of the group home?
Why was he alive?
Why did they let him out of the group home?
They were like, "Is that stretch marks on him?"
He's a waterhead, dude.
Bro, he looked terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked terrible in '98. He looked worse.
Do we know his backstory? Like where he was he like a did he was like a producer or something?
I think he was one of the stagehands.
He was a truck driver.
Oh, was he?
He was a truck driver.
Of course, Jay knows
Jericho picked him up.
We know Jericho picked him up, but
Jericho picked. So then, supposedly, I think
Is this from the book?
It was from the
I
book.
didn't realize this.
It was supposedly.
Which book is it? Because I have
the first
I
one.
think it was the first
I
one.
don't have the first one.
The first Jericho book.
I don't have the first
So
one. I have the last one
supposedly,
that he did. He autographed.
Ralphus, I don't know how true this is. Ralphus goes to Jericho and says he was asking for more money. Like he was asking, like, because he's now a TV personality.
That's funny.
And he was like asking for like fucking money. Like he's like, "Are you gonna hold him up?" Like that type of thing.
My.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a truck driver.
Wow.
But Big Vito throws fucking Norman Smiley into the elevator, lets him rot in the elevator, and then he starts wailing on fucking poor Ralphus. He puts Ralphus on a broken table, and then and then does a splash for the win. And then what was you gonna say?
No, Shane wants those stretch marks or skid marks on Ralphus.
One or the other. And
oh my.
So Big Vito just annihilated Ralphus with a bunch of chair shots, and people were just like, "Oh my god, he's getting killed."
Yeah, but they show a clip of Vito jumping Terry Funk on Thunder.
Yeah, I know.
And it was terrible. Very bad. And I love Vito. Vito's one of my favorite people, but that was a terrible fucking backstage gimmick.
This next match was just fucking awful. Oh. I mean, I like what's her name? Stacy Keibler. I like Daphne, but this is just fucking terrible. I hated this.
Miss Hancock.
Oh, yeah.
Her and David Flair were an item.
I thought David Flair.
Lucky David Flair.
Wasn't David Flair also with fucking? Oh no, that was fucking Kidman with Tori Wilson. That's right. Sorry. How do you like that shit?
I love that song.
It's so stupid.
You're stupid.
I think your fucking face is stupid. Oh god, I love being Studio J today. It's fucking terrible.
Here we go. This one's for you, Copy. Hold on a minute. Oh boy. Come on, do it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart produced it. Anyway,
you know which song I did like from Billy Kimball when he had a DMX song that he came back with in 2002. You didn't hear that one?
No.
He's like, hey, you can run if you want to.
Yeah.
You can run if you want.
Yeah, whatever the fuck the name of the song was, it was terrible. It was actually not terrible. It was better than that one. Anyways, next match. Or the evening gown match, whatever, the wedding match.
I tell you, Stacy Keibler looked She has no dance moves. I could have sworn in my memory she could have danced a lot
But she was
better.
not. But she was a
She
cheerleader.
danced a coochie all the way to George Clooney, though.
Oh yeah, well now, yeah.
Yeah, and then she got.
She still looks good.
She was looks amazing.
She's 40 years old now.
She's got legs everywhere.
Yep.
Man, you remember the song? Remember Kid Rock,
Kid
the
Rock
ZZ
did it.
Yeah.
Top
Yep.
song? Yeah. She's nice on the eyes. I don't like skinny girls like that, but she can definitely get it. Yeah, so there's a Miss Hancock versus Daphne with David Flair. And what's up with our boy Crow? I got to ask Crow about this when we see him at the convention. He came in the ring, right? He takes off his pants. Everybody else is pantless, right? He takes off his pants, and he can't get his pants off, right? Crowbar, I know you're listening, buddy.
Devin Storm, I love you to death, man. But
He's
what
one,
the
of our
fuck,
favorite, he's one of
man?
our favorite people. As he takes off his pants. He has 2 different color socks on and 1 shoe, right? And I'm like, oh man, what is he doing? And like, he makes the save, but like very sloppy.
And I mean, obviously the match was sloppy as hell, but like at one point,
Stop.
like David,
Really?
David Flair just like, this, and then who's the referee? Slick Johnson. Slick Johnson got hitting the nuts. Like it was just bad comedy. But man, Stacey keep looking. Yeah, and I'll tell you, Daphne.
Have you seen Daphne now?
Yeah,
she looks
great.
amazing
Looks
now. I think she
great
looks
now.
better now than she did when she was younger.
I agree, 100% agree. But she had a little bit of a caboose on her. I seen underneath that dress.
As Phil would say, AKA shit locker.
Mm-hmm.
But
right now, I'm trying to find Tylene Buck's rubber pussy. I can't.
Oh,
Christ.
Lord. You probably have it at home. What are you
I
talking
thought you
about?
had notes on this fucking match on this card. Looking up fucking rubber vagina.
I got distracted by Tylene
He's
Buck.
got the flesh. He's got the fleshlight.
I got distracted by Tylene Buck. Okay?
He probably has a whole arsenal of fleshlights in his house next to that fucking light.
I have a girlfriend, I don't need a fleshlight.
That's-
I have a flesh person.
Wow.
Wow.
Ring that bell. Is that your nickname for her? I'm telling her. You call her that.
That was a bad joke.
Flesh person? Wait till I see her, bro.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Very nice.
Very derogatory. I can't believe you hate women like you.
My friend Stephanie wants to know if it's vodka in my bottle. No, it's water.
So
it's Deer Park. That's good water.
Now, if I want to hate, sorry,
dude, she's not that good looking.
She's
dog.
not good looking, dude. But
more Tylene Buck for me.
What's she gonna give you?
A rubber vag?
Yeah.
Rubber vag.
Thank you. Anyways, so this match made me hate tag team title matches.
Oh, this match. Well, no, you're skipping over the Young Dragons coming out.
What?
Oh yeah,
The ongoing
Jamie Noble.
Jamie
dude.
Noble, yeah. What's and Ernest Miller is still the commissioner.
Yeah,
he's awful.
Ugh.
And he's awfully funny though. Like
he was. I tell you though, because when the flute would start playing, honestly, it sounds like the beginning of like Big Vito's music. I was like, and then as soon as we heard Big Vito's music before, I was like, man, that sounds like the fucking flute that they were playing. I was like, the fucking ninjas are gonna come out now.
Listen, they have to save money somehow, buddy. They got to use the same clips somehow.
they're bleeding funds. This is awful, man. This might be the worst pay per view of their calendar year.
Oh, it has to be.
And we thought it was 2 months ago.
By the way, pay per view buy rate 0.22.
Point 22. 20 was that 20
No.
220,000.
I don't even think it's that much, dude.
Man, that's
Maybe
terrible.
I think it's less than
that is awful.
I think 0.2. I think that's like that falls into like thousands, like
Really?
70,
Pretty bad. It's
80,000.
pretty bad.
That's
Okay, can you believe that people still would watch that shit?
Of course they would, man. Marks.
Oh, I didn't know your name was Mark.
Hey, Mark.
My name was my Mark.
So this match, the only thing that was good about this match was fucking the event, Chuck Palumbo. Everything else was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Chuck Palumbo.
I love Chuck Palumbo.
So
That
do
guy,
I.
he is a big dude that can wrestle, bro. And
Yeah.
Sean Stasiak, God bless you. I'm glad you're a chiropractor now because you're fucking awful. You
Crowbar's a chiropractor. Many of them have a business together. Jay hates women. Wow, we need to have a conversation, Shaylin says.
Sean Stasiak, God bless you for being a chiropractor because you were fucking terrible.
Chippy McGee nailed BK's theme song.
That's Kevin.
sorry,
Was
guys.
that Kevin? I knew it. I hate Sean Stasiak. And you know what else I hate more than Sean Stasiak? It's Chronic.
Yeah. The weed references.
Oh, it's
just
Chronic.
Chronic.
Sorry.
yeah. The weed references were just too much.
Oh.
Mark Madden please.
You know what bothers me about Bryan Adams? He was trained by Inoki.
Yeah.
Was he really?
He was
and he was
terrible.
stop. He was All Japan tag.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh,
He
my
was
God.
terrible. Like
He was fucking awful.
It's funny because I was saying it during the match. Like at one point, I think it was towards the later end where Palumbo, Bryan Adams comes off the fucking ropes, and next thing you know, like he goes for it's the most awkward sleeper hold I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, Bryan Adams, you've been a wrestler for 13, 14 fucking years now. You're walking in there like you have 2 left feet.
What about when they did the double boot to the corner?
What about that awful choke slam?
What about that? What about that awful F5 by Brian Clark?
Yeah,
that was terrible.
They were awful.
Chronic. No wonder they got fucking fired from WWF when they got picked up.
I tell you what, though, Brian Clark always had a job.
Yeah,
between the AWA, WW, and he was. I mean, again, those guys were. I can't believe Bryan Adams was WWF champion and All Japan Tag Team champion.
Yeah,
and WCW Tag Team champion,
and WCW, and he was awful.
Yeah, he was.
He had a look to him, but he.
Oh, he always had a look to him. Shaka bra.
But when he was part of Demolition, he looked like a fucking baby Huey.
We talked about that last week.
And then over here, he looked jacked to the gills, but he still couldn't fucking wrestle. He was terrible.
He died tragically. He mixed painkillers with like 2 different other medications.
Oh shit! Yeah,
and
That's right. I thought I wasn't sure which one was that. I knew one of them was dead.
Yeah, what had happened was they all worked together, just not with the respiratory system of a fucking of a bodybuilding pro wrestler. Sad, man.
Yeah,
sad. Very.
That was,
sad.
and that was like 06 or something like that, right?
Yeah,
07.
07.
Yeah.
07. He was like 42 or 43 years old. When he passed away.
Yeah.
Our next match. Oh yeah, that's right. The Chronic was the tag. They won the match.
They won the match. Who cares?
Yeah. This match I enjoyed a lot.
I enjoyed this match.
Positively Canyon.
Chris Canyon and Booker T. I enjoyed the fuck out of this match. I actually told Brielle about Chris Canyon. She didn't know that he was from Queens.
Yeah,
and she I was like, oh, who is this guy? And I was like, oh, he's right now he's making fun of a wrestler called Diamond L's Page. And I don't know if you know this, but he was at this time he was gay, and then he killed himself for being homosexual.
Yeah. He didn't come out. But he did come out, right?
He came out. He came out towards the tail end.
He came out once, and then he retracted his statement, and then he came out again. And then
such a nice guy too. If you met him,
I heard he was
a very nice.
And Brian
man.
Cage is still heartbroken over his death because they were really good friends.
Yeah,
really good friends.
Shit.
That was his mentor.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and then she saw Booker T come out, and she's like, "Oh, that's Booker T." I didn't know he was. I was like, "You hell yeah, that's Booker T. That's my favorite black wrestler. That's my favorite black wrestler of all time, right there."
Is it really?
I love Booker T.
Yeah,
that's my favorite of all time. Black wrestler, he's the best. He's athletic.
Promo might be Butch Reed.
For you, it's Butch Reed. That's fine. I like
Booker T's a close second.
For me, he's number 1 just because he was so athletic. He could talk.
Oh no, I'm not arguing with you.
I think he's arguably, like you said, like the way that he always
accomplished,
the way he always attacked the ropes. He would come off the ropes. It almost is seamless.
Do you see the way he would jump off the fucking ropes with that missile drop kick, man?
Yeah.
And he was already like 260 at this point. He was a beast.
Yeah.
He had gained a lot of weight, so I think he's phenomenal.
But I was always a big fan of like the Canyon Cutter. Like just fucking diamond cutting everybody.
Canyon when he went to the E as Canyon. Where he did his music. His theme song was the best. Who's better than Canyon? And then he played his music. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
I loved Canyon. I wish he was still alive.
But and then of course Jeff Jarrett's got to come out and
slap nuts.
What is that? His 10,000th guitar that Mike Graham talked about. He broke 10,000 guitars. Never drew a damn dime.
It's awesome.
So and then Canyon hits the diamond, the Canyon Cutter
off the middle rope,
and then Mark Madden with emphasis, the Canyon Cutter. Well, it was like he was Jim Ross saying to Stone Cold, "It's the starter." Oh, come on, Mark Madden. I hope you get diarrhea this weekend. You are fucking terrible.
Yeah, him, McAfee, get them on the
Vince Russo. I hope you get. I hope you get diarrhea from.
Get him on the La Bamba plane.
Ed Ferrara, if you were still working for this company, I hope you get diarrhea too.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Get on a La Bamba plane.
So yeah, winner is Canyon.
Who's better than Canyon?
Which is funny. Like now, obviously we know what happens, but like it's weird how. Oh, obviously,
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Obviously, it's telling the story about later on. For the match, but like Booker T is going to lose here and
tells a good story though.
But yeah, exactly.
That's the best story out of it. Well, the next match is
the only thing that made sense.
The next match is my favorite match of the night.
Are you serious?
If I had to pick a favorite, Yes.
Awesome and Steiner?
Yeah.
Really?
It was bad, but it was my favorite.
No, I thought Chris Canyon and Booker T was the best.
Might have been, but
I was going to say Booker T.
It might have been the best. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
Mike Awesome was the fat chick Thriller.
Oh,
and he was
he's talking.
And that was the best. He's kicking it to that big chick, and then here comes the hot chick, and he goes, "Yo," he goes, "You wish you could be pretty as her." I was like, the other chick was cute though. The big girl, she was cute. I like the big girl.
Who's the other girl? Was it Pamela?
Pamela Paul?
I don't know, but
Pound Shack, Paul Shack.
The big
Pound
girl.
Shack, Pound. Yeah.
No, the big girl can get it though.
I don't know who she was. Oh.
She was cute.
She was the fat lady that sings.
So
apparently.
Mike Awesome is really taking it to Steiner in this. Because you know what I was hoping to see?
Medeja nude.
Medeja's fucking fugly too, bro.
Yeah, she's fugly.
But he likes her.
Let's see if she has an OnlyFans page.
She likes all the ugly, sloppy, fake titty girls in his match.
I think he likes all the fucking Jersey Shore girls. That's
Except for you, Tabor. I love you. Don't worry.
Tabor doesn't have fake tits. Jesus Christ, Jay.
God, terrible. Anyways, Mike Awesome. I still think to this very day he's only had good matches with
Masato Tanaka.
That's it.
Yeah,
and Scott Steiner.
Well,
this match wasn't bad.
This match wasn't bad.
You know how the stipulation was that Steiner could not use the Steiner recliner in this match?
Yes.
I was hoping to see that him bust out the Frankensteiner.
Yes.
And win the match with the Frankenstein.
Yes.
But of course, shenanigans.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Where
we have company that can't get in because of
I'll let her in.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it?
Thank you.
God, you're the best.
I don't care what Choppy says about you.
Oh, I say enough already as it is on the show. I don't have to say it behind his back.
But let's stay on Mike. Let's stay on Mike Awesome for a second.
Mike Awesome was a great talent when he had the right opponent.
Yeah, of course.
Masato Tanaka was his perfect opponent. They used to beat the fuck out of each other in ECW, but when he went to WCW, he sold them a bag of shit. He made himself seem like he was the second coming of like the Messiah. He's terrible, dude.
He was
awful.
But this was the U.S. title match. I thought, again, this is, Scott Steiner at this point was really over.
But he was pushing 40.
He's pushing 40, and he was limited
Because of his size, his mass.
He got bigger as he got older.
Oh my dude. When I saw him walking out with Medeja was holding the title and he comes out behind her, I was like, dude, he is fucking massive.
Jacked, yeah.
Unbelievable.
You remember when right after this, he showed up on Raw?
Yes.
I was like, wow. Like he was big.
Even
bigger. Yeah.
I think
how he's not dead yet is beyond me. Because he pumped a lot of stuff into his body. He was in bad shape.
I mean, but even funny enough, in '96, when he was still tagging with his brother,
Yeah.
he was still massive.
He was always a big guy, though. He was more.
I've always felt
he was more. He was more like.
I think him and his brother as a team were fantastic. Of course, they were fantastic as a team. But God, when they broke him apart and he just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I was like, dude, he is fucking. He had abs it looked like they were like boulders on his fucking gut. That's how big he was.
It looked like he had a handball implanted into his left.
Seriously,
like a handball.
Phil was just saying before when you walked out, he was saying he's surprised he's still alive with all the stuff that he's injected into his body. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
and he was crazy athletic though too. I mean, even at this point, he's kind of. I guess he obviously slowed up a little bit. He wasn't doing a Frankensteiner, but
I remember when he was in his younger days before he got so big, he was pulling out Frankensteiners like there was no tomorrow.
Remember he would do that backflip. He would hold you up in the body slam position, and then he would do the backflip slam.
Yeah. What about when he used to do the Steiner driver, dude? The Steiner driver was one of my the one that Brian Cage does, the drill claw. Oh my god, man! I miss old school Scott Steiner. He was so good.
I like this match though.
This match was fine.
This match was good. I liked it. Like
it was a match of the night.
It does hammer the point that Mike Awesome, great wrestler, only had great matches with
Masato Tanaka.
It just depends.
It's almost.
We just said that when you were out of the room.
It's almost unbelievable.
It's insane to me how
this next match. Nobody's having a good match with this next match.
Okay, so we said this in pre-production in Choppy's kitchen. Why? This is like the prelude, the prelude to Undertaker and AJ Styles.
20 years ago.
The graveyard match. Why are they calling the demon by his real name? Why are they dropping his government name? Are they keeping his whole let's be real type of thing?
That's what I think. I think this is a Vince Russo. Hey, listen,
because that was really shitty.
Cartoony Kiss Demon isn't going to work. Let's humanize him.
Can I just say that at the time when they first debuted the demon, I liked the demon. I really did. I don't know what it was about. I just liked it.
I like the song.
Song was
God
great.
of Thunder.
Yeah, and then as the months progressed, I was like, damn, this guy fucking sucks. He is just the absolute drizzling shit. He looks like Gene Simmons had started taking steroids all of a sudden. And then they had this horrible match with Vampiro. I mean, the graveyard match with AJ Styles and Undertaker was better than this shit. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, it's true.
It's absolutely, but obviously, with the power of editing, is what is the difference here because they. So the only good thing about this match is that it was live to tape because you could tell that there was no edit points for the most part, and but God, that's the only thing, when Charles Robinson gets dunked in, his perfect hair gets destroyed. I was surprised that he even signed up for that. Going to that little lake there, but. And then, like I said, and then you see a coffin in there, and then that plays into it later on or what have you. But it was
cringeworthy, very cringe.
Absolutely, and like I said, poor Vampiro can't get a break in WCW at this point.
Yeah, he cannot. Poor guy, and he was very talented. I mean, Phil was right. He liked Phil says that he likes Vampiro, but he did not like him in this.
Oh
segment.
no, not at all.
It was pretty.
Vampiro was a little ahead of his time in terms of gimmick.
Yes. I think he was very ahead of his time. I think his gimmick would have worked really well in the mid 2000s.
Yeah,
but then by then he would have been pushing 40 by then, and and I think there was interest in picking him up by the E, but they were like, there was I guess they felt they heard he had a bad attitude.
Yeah, well, he probably had a bad attitude because he was pissed off backstage in WCW. Like, I mean, granted, he's making probably a good chunk of change, but guy like him, it's perceived at least that he's somebody that's very proud and has a lot of pride in his character where he just wants to work. He wants to entertain and all this stuff. So
and it's funny to me that him and Sting never had. I still think him and Sting never had a good match at all.
Yeah,
because I've been told that Sting was very hard to work with sometimes, depending if he liked you or not.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he never liked Vampiro because he didn't like the fact that Vampiro was also using face paint.
Yeah,
so it kind of rubbed them the wrong way. But funny enough, whenever they would talk. This is what Vampiro says. Whenever they would talk one-on-one, they were fine with each other, but then he would hear that Sting was talking shit.
I'm gonna disagree and do the theory of there's three sides each story. There's his, and then the truth.
Yeah, of course. Truth,
yeah. I think that Sting didn't like him, but I don't think Sting would purposely
sabotage a match.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so either.
He had too much. Listen, they put everything into Sting.
Yeah,
like he was their franchise. He didn't leave. He didn't go and come back. He evolved. Mm-hmm. He sat out for a year for a gimmick. Vampiro, he's not everybody's cup of tea. And he was one of those first hybrid guys, the Lucha, Stiff, Japan,
MMA,
King's Road, MMA. But Choppy's right though; they did not have a good match at all.
And you're right, Sting was a franchise, but you know who else was a franchise? Was Shane Douglas. There's that segue. This match was god awful.
Who do you think makes it god awful? Well, the only good thing about this match,
Choppy. I'm sorry, Jen. Choppy saying that because he doesn't like Buff Bagwell.
Yeah,
I hate Buff Bagwell.
He hates Buff Bagwell. I can't believe the fucking Braves beat the Mets.
Who cares?
I'm sorry. They were up 10-5 and they lost.
We're talking about Bash at the Beach.
I'm sorry.
2000.
My phone just went off. I'm sorry. But you don't like he hates Buff Bagwell like I hate John and Moxley. So
I'm not a fan of Buff.
I like Buff Bagwell. I'm sorry.
He's awful.
I don't think he was awful.
He is terrible.
Him and Scorpio were a dope tag team.
No, they weren't. Scorpio was the shit. He was not.
No, him and Scott Norton, Vicious and Delicious.
Nope.
Come on, man. You're bugging.
Whenever he was putting, have you noticed that he's always putting a tag team because he can't carry a fucking match by himself?
American males. Males.
Him and fucking Douglas were fucking tag team champions. And who was the star of the group? Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Why? Because Bagwell is fucking dog shit.
This match did suck. The best part about this match is Tori Wilson looked amazing.
I agree with you on that one. I absolutely agree.
Amazing.
And she still looks amazing.
But this is 20 years ago, Tori Wilson, when you're like, wow.
She was what, 25 at the point?
I don't even.
She was really young.
Yeah.
Very young. And by the way, I can't believe he kicked out of the fucking Pittsburgh Plunge. That was the be all end all for Shane Douglas, and then he busted out that stupid jawbreaker, which he calls the
Franchiser.
Ugh, I was like, Shane, please just
a terrible version of a stunner.
It really was. It really was terrible.
And he guaranteed a win tonight,
and he got the win.
He got the win.
So Shane Douglas wins over Buff Bagwell, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but after a couple months after this, Shane Douglas does acquire the United States title. After this,
oh yeah, does he?
Yeah, because I think they were trying to push him as like the next heavyweight champion. They were trying they really were trying to get behind him. But
I wish he didn't have a shit attitude though, because he was a fucking
amazing
talent.
I think if he had swallowed his pride and went back to the E, I think he would have made some really good money.
Oh yeah, I mean he probably made decent money here, but
I know I heard he got paid millions in WWE. He got a nice little guarantee. I heard he got paid like I think $1 million. I think guaranteed $1 million a year.
Wow.
So he did really well for himself.
I'm not surprised.
So this leads into the next match.
One of the most infamous matches in wrestling history, where people have debated whether this is a work or a shoot.
Work shoot.
Or a work shoot. I still think it was a work.
So I don't remember watching this pay-per-view.
Oh God. Thank God.
I definitely didn't see it live.
I'm sure I've seen it on tape. I've seen this match. I know that for a fact. My question to both of you, and I was holding this, but I didn't want to do in pre-production, is there anything documented, like shoot interview-wise, like from Jarrett or Hogan or Russo?
From Russo there is.
All right, so what was Russo's, because Russo cuts the promo of all promos.
Yes.
But before that, what was the logic in a shoot? What was he?
Well, basically what he says, from what I remember, I'm paraphrasing. He said that he had spoken to Hogan about that he was going to do this. He says that I'm just going to have Jarrett come into the ring. I'm going to have him lay down. You put your foot over his chest, and we were just going to pin you. We give you the belt, and then when you leave, I'm going to talk so much shit about you, and then eventually I'm going to bring you back as the saving hero. You know. Then Hogan says, "This is what Hogan said." Hogan says there was no, mind you, Hogan, Vince Russo and Hogan are not the most reliable. They're not the most reliable sources either, because they both fucking lie.
They're right, but so who's going to lie more, Russo or Hogan?
Hogan's going to lie more.
I agree.
I think Hogan's going to lie more.
I agree.
Hogan said, "Oh, Russo, he lied to me. He said I was never told that that was going to get done," because Hogan said he sued WCW over this shit, which and
that's true.
Yes,
that's true.
He did sue them.
He sued them. So now, like you were saying. So now, I heard. So then after this, I looked up two people to see what they talked about. It was Jeff Jarrett and Eric Bischoff. Bischoff says he doesn't say anything about the match itself. He says, I think at this time Bischoff's dad had just passed away. I think he was literally coming into town that day, and he's like, "Oh, hold out for the production meeting until I get there." He gets there like 1, 2 o'clock, and then the meeting already happens.
Oh shit!
So Russo calls the meeting, does the meeting by himself with whoever. So now I'm assuming. So now this is what. Now this is just my brain working, because Jarrett says he didn't hear anything about this until the day of. So it seems like,
who do I believe out of the four? I believe Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett says
Jarrett has never lied.
Jeff
about
Jarrett
anything
said he goes. The idea was just for him to go in and lay down. He's under the impression that Hogan was hard to work with. That was the impression that I got. He didn't know anything about it. He said, "This is what you got to do. Lay down." All right. What do we know? And he doesn't know anything about the promo. Apparently, after that, Vince Russo cuts is completely off the fucking cuff.
Really?
Like, because that wasn't. So then it was supposed to be a work shoot. It was supposed to be, come in, we're gonna do this with you, Hulk. But then this is Vince Russo proven to the people in the back, to the young people in the back, how he's trying to help them.
Shaylin said the lawsuit was tossed out. Was that true?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I'm sorry, Jay, I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish.
But if you look at that, I mean, one, it's actually a really good promo by Vince Russo.
It was that was my point, because that's what I was getting at, actually.
And but you could see, it's just the whole turn of events is just weird, because Jeff Jarrett's music is playing for an ungodly amount of time until Vince Russo comes out, and Vince Russo comes out fucking stone face, and Jarrett's coming out working. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the bell rings, Jarrett hits the ground, and you could see Jarrett's face as he's leaving. Like that's if it's a work shoot, it's a little, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Vince Russo sold it to Jarrett like, yo, I can't get Hogan to get out of that creative control thing. So I think that if you look at it, I'm just playing conspiracy theory, but to me, I think it was designed to be a work shoot type thing.
So we have 4 stories. And then we have the actual truth. We don't know who was being.
Well, my question was my original question was, who are we believing more? Is it Jarrett, Hogan, or Bischoff?
Jarrett.
I think
Jarrett's more.
Or Russo.
I believe Jeff Jarrett over all 3 of those motherfuckers because Jeff Jarrett, he's even. Remember when he left the E for because he said he didn't want to drop the belt to China, and he was legit. He was right about it. He said everything was factual about that.
Well, he like you said, he left because he was supposedly owed money or something like that.
Correct.
And, excuse me, but to me, like you said, it was just like it was just a fucking calamity of events because it almost like what was the delay? Why did it take forever for somebody to come through the curtain? It was like a minute and a half.
It was a while.
And it's
I'm
like,
sure there was some type of disturbance in the back.
Are they playing it over like you said so that's what I'm saying. Like somebody's not telling the truth. And like I said, I think Jarrett's the closest one. But still, he's not burying Vince Russo because Jarrett's face as he leaves, you could see it like something isn't right. Like he wasn't working the camera. He left. And like I said, I think that's where the mentality of a work shoot is where it's supposed to be. But then when Vince Russo came back out and just literally just fucking scathed Hogan.
What I find funny is that he said he told Hulk Hogan about this, but then Hogan says he never told him that. And then
and Bischoff corroborates that. Bischoff, he says he was on the plane with Hogan.
Well, that's because Hogan and him were like butt buddies. They were always friends no matter what. I mean, Hogan can tell the most fabricated story, and Bischoff was like, yeah, it's the truth. Yeah.
But he says when he got off, their phones were blowing up, like all this stuff. So, which, once again, how much do you want to believe Bischoff in a sense, too? But
Bischoff is a liar, too.
Yeah.
And at that point in his career. So I think I probably believe Jarrett. What about you, Phil?
Yeah, I'll believe Jarrett. I was very impressed with the Russo promo.
The promo in and of itself.
Yeah, because for me, if you're gonna fix the pay-per-view, this is the way to do it.
But it just screams to me that he went into and he went to business. He went to business for himself in a sense of burying Hulk Hogan, but he was doing it. It's almost like I don't know. I think it's like what do they call that? Like mistaken valor. Like he's like, I'm trying to save you guys, but meanwhile I question his intentions.
Well, every heel authority figure has to have a motive, right? Is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like McMahon always had one
going against Boston,
right? Bischoff always had one.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman always had one. Like I think the heel authority figure always has to have that motive, and he's going to make you believe that, or try to make you believe that, hey, I'm doing this for you, for so and so, and this guy can go scratch and blah 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 blah, and then, but it just, for me, it cleaned up that,
but
the way they did it.
But here's my problem now. Okay, so if this is it like, okay, this is supposed to be the main event of the evening. If it was truly the main event of the evening, why didn't they save this whole thing as the last match?
Well, I think that's why it's the quote unquote work shoot type thing, because Hogan's supposed to come back now as the real world champion. That makes sense.
Hogan's supposed to come back. He doesn't come back. So now all of a sudden they throw, like Jay said, now they throw a monkey wrench in there. Now Russo has to come out now.
He's appeasing Hogan, saying, "Listen, you're gonna have the belt. I'm we're gonna have, and then you just come back as a champion."
Yeah.
But the whole Booker T, Jeff Jarrett thing was supposed to always happen. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because how if you put the pieces together, you mean to tell me Hogan didn't know Vince Russo was coming out? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely left of center because it just, and not everything adds up.
Yeah, I agree.
But like I said, it just proves to you how I don't want to say bad,
discombobulated
Vince Russo can be, because he needs, like I said, he goes back to, he needs that filter.
You know what I thought too? Like he had to come out and do this, and I don't think anybody else in the back was competent enough to give him another scenario.
Yeah.
I think the entire locker room just panicked and be like, okay, now what do we do? Oh my God, Hogan's not back. Okay, all right, I'll do this.
Yeah, I don't even. Like I said, I think it was supposed to be, designed
Because it wasn't Nash booking at this point too. Or
I think so.
I think it was just Vince. I think it was Vince Russo. It was a combination of Vince, Eric Bischoff, and Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
So,
and possibly Sullivan, but there's no way.
Sullivan
was in 2000.
Sullivan was gone after Hogan.
Sullivan would never let this happen.
Well, I'm saying this doesn't have Sullivan's fingerprints, but I know
No
he was
way.
in there. But like I said, he it just screams of discombobulated. I think that's the perfect way to put it. Actually, because it's just, hey, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and let's just all put it in the fucking washing machine and see how it comes out. And,
You know what else should have gone to the washing machine? The next match.
Wow. Pretty pointless too. Like,
who cares?
Who cares about Scott Hall?
Scott Hall's a drunken schlub at this point. He's a shell of his former self. Why the fuck do we even care about his contract at this point?
And I still don't like Goldberg as a heel.
I don't like Goldberg at all.
At all, but like him as a heel makes it even worse.
Oh, he's terrible. Ugh.
Yeah. Jay, you have notes?
This match is terrible.
Okay.
I like you said,
Their Starrcade match for the world title in 98 was the best.
Yeah.
It was their
Well, Goldberg and Nash.
Yes,
and
that
this
was their
is
best
and,
match.
and it's like, I like Kevin Nash. I actually love Kevin Nash's interviews, and
so do I.
And like how he looks at the business. I really do. Actually, really love his insight. But what the fuck were you thinking in 2000?
Ugh.
Like he's like this cocky douche. Maybe that's that was supposed to be his shtick or whatever. But like, yeah, it's just like, what are you booking? What's the end game? Like with this, like Scott Hall's, contract. We understand he's your buddy, and if you're really running the show, just fucking pay him anyway. Why do we care about a stupid fucking contract?
It's true.
And then all of a sudden, Goldberg's siding with fucking Steiner, and it's just like, you're not feeling bad for Kevin Nash.
It's got Russo's fingerprints all over it.
You're
All the
not
swerves, all the
yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, I mean that was a typical Vince Russo move.
So stupid.
Yeah.
And then to me, the highlight of the night, I mean, like not the match night, but the highlight of the night was my favorite African American wrestler winning the world heavyweight title.
If any redeeming quality comes out of this awful fucking pay-per-view,
it was this match.
It's this match.
Yeah.
And it's the beginning of Booker T's coming out party. And let me tell you, nothing made me happier than seeing him as champion. Not because he was black per se,
but he was good.
But he was fucking good.
He was good.
He started in 93 with his brother.
13 years at that point he was in the company.
Well, Russo said 14 years, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he started in like 91.
Cole and Kane. Remember they were Cole and
Kane
in the GWF.
The GWF. And then they would go on to win the tag team titles 11 times. And then Booker T will go on to his singles run with the WCW Television Championship, winning it 8 times. Then he would go on to win the WCW World Heavyweight title. And then on his last night,
5-time champion.
And then on his last night, wins the United States title from Rick Steiner and had pretty much completed the
trifecta,
the triple crown of WCW, which was the world title, US title, and the WCW tag team titles. He was a decorated champion in WCW. And then on top of that, when he goes to the E, he becomes a decorated champion there. It just shows you that
anyone's King of the Ring.
Yes,
yeah.
and it shows you the pedigree of this guy. He's so damn good. I love Booker T. And then even when he went out to do King Booker, I
like, yeah,
he's so entertaining.
If you get the King of the Ring DVD that WWE put out a bunch of years ago, he's the host of it, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's King Booker all over.
I have it if you want to borrow it. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite DVDs of all time.
One of my favorite interactions was actually, believe it or not, when he's already retired and he had the interaction with the New Day.
Oh
yeah.
And then he's like, he calls Kofi Sir Kofi, and then Xavier Sir Xavier, and then he looks at Biggie. He was like, "And you're just big," and he's like, and then Biggie's like, "My liege, hold on one second." He said, "My liege, my liege." He was like, "Really? Why can't I get Sir Biggie?" He was like, "Well, tell me you did not just say that. I'm King Booker." And he went this whole tirade. Oh, dude, Booker T is
my favorite Booker T moment was it's sad to say it, but when you caught an ass kicking in the supermarket.
Oh yeah,
price check on a jackass.
Yeah.
Another one
with Gold Dust.
When Goldust was dressed up as Darth Vader.
Oh,
yeah.
And then he takes then he takes the lightsaber and he's like, nobody's gonna take down the Obi-Wan Book Kenobi or something. That shit was funny.
Tell me you
did
didn't
not
just
say
it.
that.
That should have been a T-shirt.
He did. It was.
That
I think it was.
Oh
It
my
was.
god. I would have loved to have
Remember
that shirt.
And then remember how you said he was getting his ass kicked by Austin? You know how Austin was saying what at the time?
What?
To retort what Austin was doing, he would say who.
Yeah.
Booker T was like, who?
Yeah.
It was so stupid. That was great.
But like I said, like, and he talks about it too, Booker. Like, you know, he in WCW, like he was a young guy, like he wasn't one of these the top guys, these old timers that have been around. So he's like, oh, you don't want to give me promo time? Cool. And he would use his fucking entrance, and talk to the camera. Like that's a way to stand out. You know, I mean, Buff, your favorite wrestler, Buff Bagwell, will do the same thing.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and but like I said, like this was a great match. Not a great match, but it was
just Booker T's coming out party.
Saved. If there was any saving grace from this show, it would be this.
Yeah, I was very happy when he won. You could see the emotion in his face. You could just tell he was very, very happy to be the champion of the company.
Yeah, although it's a fucking sinking ship at this point. But
would you consider this a little bit of a tainted world title?
Well, they say everything I read that. So I was saying about that lawsuit in the background, like they're saying that, oh wait, there's Booker T. We'll show them that we're not racist per se. Like I don't think that's as much true, because they were saying they had, who's the other guy? Who's the Indian wrestler? Not Chuck Norris.
Muhammad Hassan.
No, from WCW.
Native American.
Yeah, he was a Jabba guy.
Tatanka?
Nah, I forget his name.
Charlie
Norris. Charlie
Lightfoot.
Charlie Norris.
Charlie Lightfoot.
And it was Sonny Ono, Charlie Norris, Hard Barty Harrison. I could have swore Ice Train. There was a bunch of guys that claimed racial discrimination. So they unfortunately that shadows over there. And Booker T addresses it and he goes, I don't think that's true at all. And I agree with him, because Booker T was a fucking constant from 97 to 2000 as a singles guy.
When he was
granted,
MIA
or whatever, I mean, you put that in there a little bit, GI Bro. But other than that, his best of 7 matches with Benoit, fucking top notch.
So yeah,
I think it was very much deserved. Absolutely.
And he could talk. He could talk on the mic too. He was
Yeah.
really good on the mic. I liked the book.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, it saved a show that was just full of shit. But like I said, something good came out of it. And it's just bad booking. It was. Like I said, it's a sinking ship. You're trying to do something to pop a rating.
So let me ask you boys something. Pros and cons of this pay-per-view.
Torrie Wilson's a pro.
Okay.
Hogan never comes back.
Okay.
And Booker T winning the title.
Yeah. I would agree with you guys.
Yeah.
How about some cons, guys?
Oh.
Everything else?
You know what? I'll throw another pro in there too. Russo's promo was good. Like really
It
good.
was good because
I wonder because like if it was somewhat heartfelt too. Like I wonder if
it was because I know Hogan did not like Vince Russo.
And I think vice versa.
But the problem I have with that is if that's the case, if he really did leave because of that and pull his creative control clause or whatever it is, like at this point in the game, like you've done every single thing possible. You're way over the limit in terms of age.
Way past his prime.
Right. Like you're way like you're not even like and you're still kind of relevant.
Yeah.
So why would you put yourself in if a person in your position, why would you put yourself in that position? Why would you lower yourself to if you're the boss's right-hand man, go fight with the foreman of the company? Like it doesn't make any sense,
I think you're instilling logic in an illogical situation.
I am.
Because you're right. Because you're 100% right. Like Hogan, and especially Hogan knows that he got the torch passed down to him. Hogan should have did it. Unfortunately, Hogan didn't do it until 2002. When he had with The Rock. he should have did it. And I'm not saying he should have did it with fucking Kidman. I don't think that's the guy you do it with. But
he should have done it to Booker T.
Why not a Booker T?
I think he should have done what. I mean, what's Booker? First off, the thing about Hogan is he does not like losing to guys that are smaller than him.
That's the thing, yeah.
And Booker T was way bigger than you,
and
way younger than you, and more athletic than you, and could talk better.
And like you said, I mean, I guess in a sense you could say, I don't think he wasn't the champion going in, but he won. DDP won that 4-way with Flair, Sting, and Hogan. Like that's some names right there.
Yeah, and and Macho Man was the referee in that match.
Yes, that's some fucking names there. But I wouldn't count that as passing the torch.
No, because he wasn't involved in it.
I think Flair probably ate the fucking pan.
Probably did.
You know, to me, like I said, that's something that is. I wonder, with the power of hindsight, I wonder if Hogan would change anything. But like you said, you're in the midst of it. You have that whole mentality of I'm not losing my spot.
It ain't like the same like people. I read the people comparing it to Austin walking away but Austin was in his prime, like when Austin didn't want to beat when the whole thing with Brock.
I think, but there's so much even that whole
right.
backstory.
But the thing is though, it's like you're Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
like. That alone, that's notoriety.
You'll always get it back.
People who don't know wrestling know who Hulk Hogan is.
Yes.
Right? So and you're not in your prime. You're not nowhere near the top of the card anymore. Why not? That's what pro wrestlers are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be setting themselves up for the next guy, the next girl.
Yeah, but the thing is Hogan never did that.
No, that's the problem.
He didn't.
And you know, it's funny because back in the 80s, and this is a slight at Hogan. I never liked Hulk Hogan as a kid. I always rooted for the heels. The thing with Hogan was like there was so many guys that didn't get past mid card because he was the guy.
Yeah,
the Orndorffs of the world,
the
Rick Rudes of the world, the Pipers of the world. Like these guys, they should have been Mr. Perfects of the world. Mm-hmm. Like these guys should have been world champions, and they weren't.
Well,
you know, and then. He comes in the mid 90s, 10 years later, and he
does the same exact thing.
But he changes the industry, and not for the bad, not for
the good. For the good.
No, he did what he was supposed to do. He changed his life. He changes his gimmick, but not for the sake of him. He made it about him. No, he should have been doing it for Nash and Hall. And Steiner and anybody else and Six and everybody else in the NWO, you know, like and Scott Norton and Buff Bagwell and all the other fucking J-Brones, right? But like, this is why I don't like Hulk Hogan. One of the reasons why I don't like Hulk Hogan because he did not take the time to invest in any fucking body.
His problem was that as he got older and as he got more popular, he thought his name was bigger than the actual sport. Yeah. And it gets to a certain point, you're like, motherfucker, if it wasn't for the fans in the sport, you wouldn't have a name. And I always felt that, you know, a lot of the you know, the faces of the company have the same. So a lot of them have the same mentality as Hogan. For example, John Cena. How many times have we seen wrestlers when John Cena was at the top of his game? How many times have we seen John Cena go over guys that should never have lost? I think fucking Wade Barrett should have been put over by John Cena. I think that a lot.
I don't think that was John Cena's.
I bet you it was John Cena's call. Yeah. I bet you it was at the time.
The difference though is you can debate Hogan's call and Cena's call. Hogan had more of a call than Cena at one point in his career.
Here's the difference with that. I think it was Cena's call with that Nexus thing.
Yeah,
but I bet you John Cena regrets it now.
Yeah,
I bet you Hogan doesn't regret it.
John Cena, the difference between John Cena and Hogan is that if you ask John Cena, do you regret these decisions? He'll admit, yes, I do.
Right.
Hogan won't. Hogan say, no, bro, it's business.
But then you got to keep in mind, John Cena put over CM Punk clean.
Yes.
In Chicago, of all places.
John Cena put Rob Van Dam over, too.
Yeah. Rob Edge, he put over.
Yeah.
He put over a lot of guys.
Brock Lesnar.
Whereas Hogan hardly. Who did he put over? Goldberg and Ultimate Warrior? Wow.
Yeah.
Big fucking whoop. You know?
It's not cool, man.
No.
And that's one of the reasons my disdain for Hulkamania.
And that's why you love Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes and Terry.
Right, but they worked.
Yeah.
Like, listen, when Flair first came in 91, right? I think I told you the story. I was at the first Garden show with him and Hogan.
And he got cheered massively.
He
I
did.
saw that.
He did.
I saw that.
He did. And I wish my buddy Brian, my cousin Brian, he'd call in. He would tell you the same thing. We sat on the train that night. It just didn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
He should have been knowing Flair at that point, who he was. And I saw Flair beat Sting for the title in the Meadowlands. Like seeing Ric Flair in person, seeing Ric Flair on TV, seeing the pedigree he had, of the championships, of the fucking charisma, of the in-ring stuff, like it was clear that Hogan was nowhere near talented. And Hogan had great matches outside of U.S. soil.
Another guy that I think Hogan should have put over was Flair, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, of course.
The match that we were supposed to get at WrestleMania 8 was supposed to be Flair and Hogan. That was supposed to be the
It was Sid Justice instead, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the big money match, him and Flair. Apparently, the excuse was that the matches didn't draw well on the house. That's
that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Bullshit because they went to the wrong areas. They went to LA. They went to New York. Of course, you're not going to get a big Ric Flair reaction.
But you would think Hogan never had after 1983 or 84. Hogan never had to struggle at all.
Of course not.
No, of course not.
I'm not. He paid his due. He did the whole. He did the circuit, the indie circuit. He fucking with the territories. He came up the way the guys
knew how to work
back in the day. He did his thing, but it's like at one point, man, like somebody in the back had to be talking. This is before they had all these producers and shit. This is one or two guys in the back booking. Like and Vince catered to him. You know, then he saw in WCW, they drew the vault at him.
They did because Billionaire Ted, bro. That's why.
And it didn't work for a whole year. It was like, who cares about Hogan fighting the Dungeon of Doom? It was fucking terrible.
But the first match with Flair was good.
Bash at the Beach.
Yes.
Right.
Even the second match at Halloween Havoc
but then after that, it was just turned into drizzling shits. Like 95 was awful.
He was fighting all his friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brought in Earthquake. Brought in Brutus.
The Nasty Boys.
Yeah.
Macho Man. He brought all his friends in.
Yeah. So
and it didn't work. And he had to turn. So my thing is, at this point now, it's 2000. Like you're way above fucking.
You're way past your.
You're way past your prime.
He's almost 50 years old.
Take the L, man. Take the L for the team. Put yourself and you would get respected more. Like you're not gonna. You see, that's why Sting was so well respected. That's why Triple H had no problem bringing him in for a shit match at WrestleMania. Yeah. Why? Because Sting fucking earned it, man.
Yeah.
Sting did the job for everybody he was supposed to. Sting put the time in. He invested in his character. He invested in his opponents. He did his due diligence. John Cena, for the most part, did the same fucking thing. Okay, invested in his persona, invested in the evolution of his persona, and on top of that, he fucking did the right thing by certain guys that knew it was their fucking time. Okay, Hogan did not. Yeah. Clearly, Booker T was on that level, on that roster, and should have been where he was. And it took him being a dude. I'm taking my ball and going home to clean up this fucking god awful pay per view.
And it's funny enough, like with all the names that have joined WCW, Booker T still doesn't get the credit that he deserves. I feel.
Well, yeah. It's funny because people always say like WCW only created 2 stars. Booker T's not one of those 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of it. It's
fucked up.
Yeah,
it is fucked.
Should be 3 stars.
If you were to pick now, this is just WCW, not NWA. If you were to pick a Mount Rushmore for WCW, who would the names be?
Mount Rushmore of WCW?
Yeah, just WCW, and we're talking like 92 to like fucking the end of the company.
Sting.
That's
absolutely.
One. You have to put Hogan.
Hogan? Yeah, you have to.
You have to put Hogan.
Look what he did in 96.
Flair.
Do you say DDP?
Maybe.
I think you say Goldberg.
Really? Wow.
I think you say Goldberg.
And that's fucked up.
Here's the thing though, and there's some validity to what Jay said, because at that point you're not giving it to Nash. You're not giving it to
Nash. Was nowhere near the level.
But Goldberg was the fucking baby.
He drew a lot of fucking.
That's the thing. He was their Austin, dude.
Yeah, and like
he sold the shirts, the merch.
You have to say Hogan because 96, 97
was the time.
Do you say Flair though?
Yep.
Really?
I think
every time Flair came back, he made a difference.
Yeah.
Every time Flair came back,
I say so.
Every time Flair came back,
It's
he made
so
a difference.
fucked
And it's
up.
so funny. And then how do you leave out Sting? You can't leave
You
out
can't.
Sting.
He's
No,
the
Sting was been there since the beginning.
Sting's
bro.
the franchise.
That
Dude.
he never left that company.
He's the franchise.
He took a year off, I thinking like 98 when he wanted because he had like a drug problem at that point, and then he came back. 99.
He found God. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But
so
they all do.
But like you said, and then same thing. So I would say Sting, Flair. You know, it's funny because you're going to put Hogan on 2 Mount Rushmores of WCW,
and rightfully so.
and rightfully so. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
because he changed the business in '96 with Hall and Nash.
96 and 84 was ironically the both times that the sports entertainment changed the landscape. You know,
And then, like you said, and then to me, you can't. You know, you got to put Goldberg. I think
you don't have to like him, but you have to respect what
you have to because he drew a lot of money
he
in
was their
'98.
baby. He was their power plant baby. He was their project, and you know what? It worked for them.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
so many guys that could have been superstars in that company. Like I think Jericho at one point, if they had given him the ball and pushed him,
They didn't see him as anybody.
They didn't see it.
cruiserweight.
Yeah, and that was the sad part.
Did you guys see the Goldberg Steve Austin interview on Stone Cold podcast?
I did not. How was it?
Yeah.
Okay. When you hear him talk now, it's so apparent he knew his place.
Yeah.
It's very apparent that he knew the situation. He knew what he got himself into. He understood the politics, and he learned real quick. He wasn't one of these guys that was fucking jaded by the locker room because he wasn't like a long-time wrestler. He was trained by them, and it was like, okay. And he came in, and it was the thing. And he's very humble. Like him or not, like
To a certain degree, he is.
right.
To a certain degree.
Right, he is. And you would think somebody like that wouldn't have to be
Yeah.
because everything was handed to him.
Well,
Everything was handed to him.
Well, that's the reason why his first contract was peanuts and his second contract was millions.
Correct.
Because
100%.
Because
100%.
But
Hogan,
he deserved it.
100%.
and he deserved it.
100%.
Hogan, Nash, all these guys talked to him like, "Yo, you can get more money."
Right.
And it's the
Fucking
best thing he
genius
ever
move.
did.
Genius move.
So, like I said, to me, you know, and it's a shame because you're leaving guys like you're leaving the Booker T's out, you're leaving the DDPs out. Like, but you can't, you know, if you make a second Mount Rushmore, then yeah, you can include them. You know.
So you say Mount Rushmore A and then Mount Rushmore B.
Yeah, I like WCW. You know, trained talent. Like, you know, I would like if it was WCW homegrown talent per se.
DDP.
You got to put DDP. You know, you got to put. You know, how do you not put Booker T? Booker T's up there. Honestly, you know, I think this could be controversial, but how do you not put Benoit? Benoit, you know, the mid '90s to the end when he left.
And people are going to call me crazy, but I put Steiner in there too because Steiner could
Scott Steiner is another one.
Scott Steiner became an integral part of the ending of that company because he held the W. He also was another guy who held every title in that company.
Yeah,
and I mean, as much as of a bad rep he gets, he was still very, very integral in that transition from like NWO era to like, all right, we're going to the shit era now.
Yeah,
you know, and he was. It was.
He's right.
It was absolute
dead era.
He's right.
From 99 2001 till the company closed. It was absolute dog shit.
He's right. 100%.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
I think we're good, huh, fellas?
Yeah, we're good.
This is fucking great tonight.
What a
man.
fucking
glad to be back in the room.
I knew this was going to happen.
Oh, thank everybody for the chat room tonight hanging out. Choppy, thank you for my presents, man. You're beautiful.
Yeah,
no problem. We'll see you guys next week.
Studio J.
Studio J. I think I'm coming up with a birthday throwback next week. I think so. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll pick something.
Pick something good.
Oh, of course I am.
Don't pick this dog shit.
I'm not. But guys, you know all the social media gimmicks: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Choppy2984 on Twitter.
Tbuckle Tbacks Instagram. Now YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
Can you believe this? We're on
Google
iHeart.
Play.
We're on iHeart. We're on Spotify.
We're on all that shit, man.
Please listen to us.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Hold on. All right. Peace out. Peace out. I have to do the podcast. I have to upload it here because I don't have a computer anymore. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna run out because
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be up in a few hours.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
God bless you. Thank you
guys
so
are the
much.
best.
All right, brother. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Get home safe.
Studio J.